streams. That's a good spot. We'll go check and make sure Twitch and YouTube are doing what they should be doing. Alright, let's listen really quickly to the sound of Twitch. Sound of Twitch. Sounds like it was good. And YouTube. Alright, let's listen really quickly to the sound of Twitch. Yep, it's good too. Alright, so we can go ahead and get started here. Sure. Alright, I think so. Alright. Okay. Just making sure everything is good. Alright. Yeah, I think I got everything on my screen too. We're good. Okay. What's up, guys? I'm the Blue Titan, and welcome back to another episode of Darkest Dungeon. Before I get started, if you'd like to see highly edited content with fast-paced, highlight reel level, shorts level content, you can head over to the Blue Titan Space Gaming to see content like that. If you'd like to see longer form content where I chat with my Twitch stream as well as chat with my YouTube stream, you can head over to the Blue Titan Space Gaming Space VODs to see content like that. So again, that's the Blue Titan Space Gaming, where I put fast-paced content, and the Blue Titan Space Gaming Space VODs, where I put longer form content without any edits. The entire gameplay, entire Let's Play series is there in a playlist, so you can watch the entire first mission all the way to the very end. Hopefully we get there. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. So in the last episode, we were grinding through trying to get our levels up because our goal is to get a good 3 or 4 people that are levels 4 and 3-ish so that we can go and beat the Crocodilian in the Crimson Court. So over in the courtyard right now, this mission that we did before, this estate map, like Morbid Entertainment mission, I mean to say, where it says kill 1 Baron. The last time we did this mission, we did a few of them in a row. It was like 2 or 3 times. That was episodes ago. But we got up to this one room where we had to fight against a Crocodilian, and after we did that, it being a veteran tier mission, we didn't actually have the people left because everybody was either they either got killed or we lost them due to them having a lot of diseases and other illnesses, so we just aggressively cut them from the squad. And since then we kind of were like, all right, well, almost everybody on our team that had the Crimson Curse at that time was dead or so low on overall reasons to keep them around that we decided to start cutting all these higher tier people. We had a few guys that were level 3, a few guys that were level 4. We even had a level 6 guy or 2 that we cut because they had all kinds of bad quirks locked. So I thought, okay, we'll just cut them and we'll start to redevelop from the ground up our team. And that's what we've been doing since then. But slowly, as you do that, over time, you see on the far left side of the screen here, it says they're everywhere, crush the invading insects. Over time, the infection starts to kind of get worse and worse until you go fight it back. And we were silently building up our arsenal of items and team, but we don't yet, and we're almost there, don't yet have the training necessary to go there, because what we need is a group of about 4 people that, again, are levels 4 and 3. We have 1 4 and we have some 3s, but this is not the ideal squad. Yes, a Hellion is great there. And I would even say that the Flagellant is good on the mission in general, just not great against the Crocodilian, because the Crocodilian gets into slots 4 and 5, into slots 3 and 4, kind of getting out of the reach of his normal punishment ability. He can still reach with Reign of Sorrows, it's just not as efficient. But this is an okay character to bring against the Crocodilian. It's really bringing this character is more like saying, okay, I know I'm going to have to deal with bleeders in general, so this is just a good person to bring in general. The problem is these characters, to level them up even further, they're in a bottleneck because they all have the Crimson Curse here now, which then puts us in a position where if I want to level them up anymore, I need to bring them on a mission as a group. But in order to do that, we have to chance seeing the Fanatic, because every additional person beyond 1 on your team that has the Crimson Curse on them when you go into a mission will increase that enemy spawns. And we've been trying to avoid that until these guys are at least either in level 2, level 4, or level 6, right? Because whatever mission they're on, we want to make sure that our guys are as strong as they can be whenever there's a roaming boss like that, especially it being the first time we run into them. Now, that said, looking at who we have on the squad, I was kind of looking over who we have, and really there's no real reason to rush. We did do a little work earlier to gather some blood on a previous mission, so we have some time to waste here. We can actually spend some time going out and doing other missions because we have 6 blood here, and I think we only have 4 people on the entire roster that need blood. So that's about 1 blood again every 1.3 weeks, right? 1 1/3 weeks, right? Every person on the team uses a blood every 3 weeks. So if that's the case, then that's 3 people is one blood per week on average. That would make every one person worth 1/3 of a blood. So we're looking at using one and a third blood every single week. So we're doing fine on blood right now. So I'm going to spend my time not worrying about these guys being thirsty for blood, since we have a decent stockpile, and I'm instead going to focus on just trying to level up the lower guys and get them up to level 2 and 3 so that we can actually go in and take out this guy when we're ready. I want to make sure that I have a good, solid group of people that can bleed. I need good bleeders on the squad before we can go fight against that Crimson Courtyard. And we do have a decent amount of guys, but somebody like the Leper is not who I want to be bringing on that mission. The Leper cannot reach the Crocodilian. The Leper is bad against a Crocodilian. Now, a few people on this squad that are good against a Crocodilian, though. The Bounty Hunter is very good against a Crocodilian. This is not a character I've really showcased that much. I've really just used this character for raw damage. And I showed that it can be used, this character in general can be used as like a stunner and a finisher, right? This character can throw out a flashbang and stun, and then follow it up with finish him, which deals extra damage against stun people, right? This character can do, collect bounty and just deal a bunch more damage against somebody that's marked. So if you mark an enemy and then you use collect bounty, he can synergize with himself by using marked for death, decreasing the protection of an enemy, and then afterwards immediately following it with a huge hit through this effect. The problem is, it's a little harder to hit whenever the enemy's in the front 2 slots. Right, again, the same exact problem with this character exists as was with the Leper on this fight. However, there is something to be said about this character's ability to use Come Hither. So Come Hither allows him to kind of use, if you played Mortal Kombat, kind of like Scorpion. He like throws out like essentially like a little rope with like a thing through it that like stabs through somebody. I don't know why I'm explaining Scorpion to people. If you don't know who Scorpion is, maybe you're just a younger gamer, but essentially this is a kind of a similar thing. He throws out a hook on a rope and pulls you, right? So this is going to be a similar thing. Thing about this ability is it also marks, which is really good because then he can consume that with this. And you might wonder, why would you ever use this mark for death when you could instead just use Come Hither, pull them, and mark them, and it deals damage. Like, yeah, it only does 20% of regular damage, not full damage. But this ability, the Mark for Death, is actually more powerful as the game goes on because it strips the armor away from the enemies as well, or protection from the enemy as well. Don't sleep on Mark for Death. This Mark for Death. This ability is good. So, but in this particular mission, though, the Come Hither might be a really good option because the Crocodilian is strongest in the middle 2 locations. Because the Crocodilian will go into the middle 2 locations to heal and prepare for a giant attack, Apex Predator ability, and all this other stuff. So if you can keep the Crocodilian in slot 1 or slot 4, he's nowhere near as much of a threat. And Come Hither will keep pulling him into slot 1. And this gives a 110% chance base to move them. The Crocodilian has like a, 40 to 60% or something like that chance to not move. I'm not sure how much that scales as the game goes on, but a 50-50 chance to get him out of his slot where he deals an enormous amount of damage, sign me up. Particularly because that will pull him close enough to be able to deal extra damage in the future turns with other characters on the team. Keep pulling the Crocodilian close so people can just whoop him sounds pretty good to me. So this is a character I'm interested in developing up a little bit here, as well as the Houndmaster. The Houndmaster is really good on that mission as well in general. I'd say that the Houndmaster is probably my favorite person to bring to the Crimson Court, besides maybe the Flagellant here, because the Houndmaster can bleed 4 targets, whereas a Flagellant only bleeds 2. Still a really good bleed, but this hits everybody, so you can just start stripping the paint off of all the bloodthirsters, or blood suckers, I mean to say. The other thing that's great about this character is on this particular mission, he synergizes very, very well with the Bounty Hunter. The Hound to Rush deals a lot of damage to a single target in any of the 4 slots, which means he doesn't have the same restrictions that a lot of other people do. This dog can chase down the Crocodilian in any slot. Really good. Additionally, he can also use not Hound's Harry, but Target Whistle to do the same thing we were just talking about a second ago that our Bounty Hunter can do. Removing the protection from a character who may or may not have protection. I haven't really looked into whether or not he has protection at higher tiers. It's really probably not so much about that. It might be I don't know. He might have a lot of dodge, and that might be worth considering. So there is an argument to be made that maybe we need to try to figure out a way of getting his dodge down. I do believe the only way that I can think of off the top of my head that dodge is lowered on enemies is the occultist. I know he can remove base dodge with vulnerability hex. So maybe I should consider bringing him in as an inclusion here. And it wouldn't be too hard to do that because he's already level 1. We could bring him. I might consider that. I think a character that can actually remove dodge is actually really strong, especially against increasingly higher difficulties where enemies start to dodge a lot more. That might be worth doing. I don't know of anybody else who can remove dodge off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to think about that. We're gonna try to keep that in mind as we're moving through here, but I don't know of anybody else who actually removes dodge off of enemies. And if it is an ability that removes dodge, you know, is it something that would synergize? Oh, okay, Sniper's Mark. Oh, it's a similar thing. A mark. Ooh, she might be the other person we want to bring. She'd actually work really well. Yes, she might be our third person here. And maybe the flagellant, or maybe a healer or something like that. I think having a sniper's mark here in general would be really good here, because the ability to strip that dodge off might matter more than we're really giving it credit. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to bring an Arbalest as well next time we go fight against that guy. So I guess here maybe I don't bring my Vestal and I bring my Arbalest and start working on her. Or wait, what is our... Do we have an Arbalest that's level 2? Oh. 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 We've already got an Arbalest that's a level 2. So we might bring her and just keep leveling her up. We might actually have a strategy there already. Because if I can give her Sniper's Mark, then I can... Yeah, we've got 3 guys that can deal Mark. That might be perfect for fighting against the Crocodilian. Is there anybody else we already have that's ready to go there? And again, the fourth person on the team, down here on the bottom of the screen, you can see I have the Arbalest, I have the Houndmaster, I have the Bounty Hunter. These 3 characters are people who I think are going to be really good inclusions when we go up against that Crocodilian. But as far as the 4th slot, I wasn't really sure about it. It's probably some combination of the Jester, the Flagellant, and the Hellion, because these 3 characters do pretty good damage against people who can be bled very well, and they all have upsides on the Crimson Courtyard in general too. There's also an argument to be made that bringing the Jester is probably the weakest one out of the group because, well, no. The reason I say weakest is because this character hasn't been infected yet with the Crimson Curse, and the other 2 have already, you know, succumbed to that. The upside, though, to bringing the Jester is the Jester can help bring down stress when the only person on our team that can bring down stress right now is the Houndmaster. And remember, the Crimson Courtyard is very heavy into stress. You've got to find a way of dealing with that. And it's the highest stress level in terms of per mission, per fight that you run into a lot of random stress. And we're not going to be running with Rallying Fire for stress relief because this is kind of an extra little icing on the cake. It's kind of a cake. It's like a whatever thing. The -1 stress is nothing to rely on. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good squad of people to consider here. Do we have a level 1 Bounty Hunter? Oh, we do. Maybe we should bring him. Oh, and he's got Beast Slayer. Oh, yes, that's our Crocodilian Slayer right there. That's what we're doing. Okay. So now everybody's pretty high in levels. We got level 2, we got a level 2 and level 1. So I think the other one was actually already level 1. I got excited about that. He was already level 1. But no, this one has Beast Slayer, which is even better for us. Yeah, that's how we're going to bring it. And then we're just going to do a casual few missions here. We're going to run through and just do some stave off the sickness, just do some random missions right here. The goal is to just level our guys to levels 3 and 4 and try to get some bleeders so we can go beat that Crocodilian, who is our medium goal we've been talking about the last few episodes. All right. We're going to go do this mission now. There also is an other nice little effect of this. This is the Caregivers Convention again. Remember, the Caregivers Convention is probably one of the most high-value town events you can get because it's the one that makes it so that the sanitarium here is free to use. I went to the wrong screen here. The sanitarium, and we've already got people in here that we're trying to lock their quirks. So, I mean, it'd be really nice if we could get in there and get some more busts, but we're not going to walk out with that many busts. We're not going to get to that 3rd tier, unfortunately, just in time for that Caregivers Convention, but that's okay. Let's get in here and do this mission, though. I don't want to spend much time talking. I kind of want to play, but I want to make sure before I do actually that I do have some serviceable quirks here, or quirks. I said that last episode. Skills. Quirks are these abilities over here. Skills are over here. Yeah, I think we're fine. I don't think this character really needs much else. You could make an argument for maybe leveling up Blind Fire. Oh, I already did, so we're okay. Just looking for the maximum value on the characters for the mission type we're doing right here. All right, it being a medium tier mission here, I need to bring at least one blood. She's in the Crimson Curse on. She's only got one tick, I guess, so far. It says Crimson Curse. She's not sitting on waning, or I guess wasting, I mean to say. So I guess I could just bring one. This is a medium mission, so it feels really bad whenever you need to bring two, because then afterwards you're going to be carrying around one for quite a while, and it's going to be eating up a slot in your inventory, then you might leave with it still in your inventory, which feels awkward. But it's not a terrible thing to bring two. I'm going to chance it and only bring the one. Hopefully we don't have to backtrack a bunch. And then we'll go ahead and stack our food like we've been doing. Again, we've been a little bit greedy with how much food we've been bringing, because we're now at a stage in the game where food is essentially healing, and we don't really need to rely on healing if we don't have to. Oops, my phone's turned up. Let me turn that down. Okay. All right, and then after that, we'll go ahead and select our shovels. This is the wield. So again, remember the wield on a medium tier missions. The wield in general has more shovelable, if we can use that term, shovelable curios than any other location in the map, so, or in the game. So you could do 4 here, 5 here. I'd pick somewhere between the two. We have been kind of tossing one shovel the last few missions, so maybe I'll err on the side of 4 this time. And then I usually try to bring, like I said, like N-1 shovels, generally speaking, 4 or 3. I might bring 4 though, because bringing one extra one, again, since we've been bringing so much scouting on our last few missions that we've been able to make up for the fact that we brought an extra skeleton key and spent an extra 200 gold on those secret rooms we've been finding. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring a few anti-venom. I'll bring 3 bandages, or I guess 3 bandages. Remember, this location has more bandageable curios than anti-venom. I think anti-venom only works on the stump, whereas the bandage works on the little tree with the cobwebs, or I guess the spider webs, and it works on the corpse. It's like the mummy that's laying on the ground that you can kind of work with as well. After that, food. Always bring your torches here. This is a medium tier mission. We don't need that many. And then after that, the last thing would probably be holy water, which again, I guess I should be bringing medicinal herbs. We want to bring medicinal herbs because medicinal herbs, they unlock food. Right, a lot of times, a lot of the curios in this game that just give you random food while in the mission are unlocked with the medicinal herbs, and it also serves a lot of extra duty, like removing bad debuffs and ugly stuff like that. I would say that as far as consumables that remove problems, this is the best one in the game, right? Holy water is really strong late game, and these bandages and the anti-venom are fine, but this medicinal herb, being able to like remove all those bad status ailments, man, it really matters a lot, particularly early in the game. Whenever, you know, early mission, you get some status debuff that's like, for the rest of the map, you get minus 25% damage. That's terrible for a whole mission, but if you can get rid of it immediately, then you feel pretty good about bringing that medicinal herbs, and it's almost no cost. 200 gold is not a lot. Early game it is, but later in the game it's nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. All right, here, as I said before, I needed to switch this. Remember? Oh, right, this is because we switched characters. I'm gonna bring. Well, actually, since he has all the things unlocked, it doesn't really matter what I bring here. I'll bring Come Hither. These other 2 characters have the ability to. Oh no, I didn't lock that with her. We don't really need the dodge resist right now. This is a low tier mission. Enemies don't dodge as much, but they do have base protection. So having him be able to remove protection might not be bad. Who am I kidding? Everybody in the team bleeds. This doesn't even really matter, does it? I'll switch Come Hither for Mark for Death. Maybe we could use this. That's fine. All right, and then after that, let's get in there after we pick our items. This shouldn't take but just a second here. I already kind of know what we're going to pick on this guy. This Hunter's Talon's a really good item. Plus 10 accuracy and plus 6% crit, pretty solid in general. And like I said, the cost of 50% food consumed doesn't even mean anything whenever you're bringing so much food now. We're at the stage in the game where we can bring infinite. I can do the same thing with the Ancestor's Bottle if I wanted to, and put that on like our Man-at-Arms. Although now we're starting to get into actual real costs and food use. Our Arbalist should have a rare tier item, yeah, a Bullseye Bandana, which is a similar kind of thing. Extra crit, extra accuracy, generally speaking, pretty solid at lower tiers, you know, just hitting the enemy and not ever missing and dealing a little bit of extra crit, usually pretty good. For the Houndmaster here, I think what I'm going to do is probably have him, he's going to be our bigger damage dealer, I think. I say that. He does have Hound's Harry, right? Yeah. Yeah. Hound's Harry doesn't deal a lot of damage. It deals a lot of bleed, but it doesn't deal a lot of damage itself. So it's a little awkward to bring a damage thing, but I could bring like Dismas's head and throw it on him. And then at that point, he's going to deal 25% more damage. Remember, it's additive, so 25% damage loss off of the damage modifier for this Hound's Harry. Instead of dealing 100% of his base damage, now he's only going to deal 75 plus 25 for a total of minus 50% of his base damage on this, which is pretty strong though, because then it's going to make it so that he actually, it's not just the bleed that's the problem, the raw damage that from the dog attacking is actually good against multiple bodies. Generally I don't play that way, usually I just focus on the bleed stack, the bleed part of that, and then, you know, use an item like, where'd that go? Where did I go? Here. Protective Collar to kind of say, okay, sure, I'm going to be missing most of the damage on the ability, but I'm going to have enough dodge, it won't even matter. And I can still do that. Just throw this on there. Now he's got 37 dodge. Yeah, he's sitting on a decent amount of dodge. He's not going to deal as much raw damage, but we're going to offset that here with this this Dismas's head. Okay, then from there, the Man-at-Arms here, I'm going to, since he's level 0, he's not really going to be doing much damage. So I'm just going to have him be the carrier for our utility items. So we're going to throw... let me make sure that I have those items in my inventory here. Is the Ancestors map here? No, we need to remove it from people. I have to, unfortunately, I have to unequip my trinkets from people. I forgot from last mission. No problem. We're going to give him the Ancestors map. Let's reselect these guys' mission, or items real fast here. Yep. Yep. And then after that here, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe instead of Dismas's head, we just go something like an Ancestral's Candle here. We could do that. Or, I guess... give him Dismas's head, and then we'll give him Ancestor's Candle, and then he's just going to kill anything he attacks. You could make an argument for Surgical Gloves, too. If he ever gets moved, he's going to get moved anyways. It doesn't even really matter. Ancestor's Candle is obviously just a better item in general, but I'm thinking about maybe, like, what I want to use Ancestor's Candle on our Arbalist here. And I think I will. And then after that, to finish this off, we're going to be giving him our Man-at-Arms all of our scouting chance, because he's level 0. He's not going to be really meaningfully contributing to the damage overall in this mission. He's really just going to be there for defense, and then we'll, you know, have to kind of protect him a little bit more because, you know, he's level 0, so he's not going to be really putting out any damage, and he's going to be just eating damage for us, hopefully. Although, do I have his... I have Bellow, I have Stun here. Crush doesn't make any sense on him. Well, that's unfortunate because I haven't selected another ability. I'm gonna step out of this and go back to the. A little unfortunate. I didn't realize I had locked an ability he couldn't use in this mission. So let's get rid of Crush and let's select. I think in general I really do like Bolster, because a bolster is a one-time use, and then I don't have it. Then I can focus on the other 3 core abilities I want to use every single time. But let's get back in there now. Make sure it's the right mission, and I'll really quickly silently select my items again, so we don't have to hop through that. All right, just some kind of silent mode here because I want to make sure I don't miss anything, because I'm doing this the second time. It's real easy to miss it the second time. Yeah, and if I hadn't been silent, I might have not remembered to bring that blood. Now the last thing we need is we need torches. I'm going to fly across this one more time to make sure here, since I had to backtrack here. So we need food, we got that. Shovels, yep. We got everything on the bottom line here. Or I guess the top line, I mean to say. And then after that, the bottom line, we only ever really bring the torch, the blood occasionally, because we do have somebody that needs it. All right, yeah, but I think item-wise we're in a pretty good spot here. There's not a lot else to talk about here. We can just jump on in. Yep, let's go. 65% scouting chance is wild. Let's go, let's go. All right.
Our land is remote and unneighbored. Every lost resource must be recovered.
Wow, what a weird mission. Okay, so not a lot of backtracking, which is fantastic. We gotta walk into this room and come back, and then we can walk around the square, and then after that it's just a straight shot. Pretty straightforward mission in terms of what we're gonna be doing. Not a lot of thought going into that, which is really good because that takes a bit of the pressure off of the fact that she's, you know, got the Crimson Curse. See, backtracking is very bad in general in a lot of missions. Anytime you see a mission where you have to backtrack a lot, it's really bad because it's a stress on food. It's a stress on literal stress because as you walk down hallways, your characters get random stress checks. I don't mean traps. That's another one too, right? Because traps spawn on backtracks, enemies spawn on backtracks. But I mean when you're walking down the hallway, your characters just take random intermittent stress just from walking. They'll get like -4 or +4 stress, +5 stress, just randomly from being scared. But then there's also the other problem, which is, you also get food checks, you get blood checks, So this mission should be a lot easier in terms of those environmental checks. Oh, look at this. Extra food too. This is what I was talking about. And this is nice that we get to do it immediately. Now I've had somebody ask me,
gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
I had somebody ask me, like, why are you bringing these medicinal herbs solely to get food out of it? Why not just grab the food and leave the medicinal herbs? And the reason is pretty easy. Food's 75 gold a piece. Right? It's a simple math question. I just traded 200 for 10 times 75 for 750. Right? It's a strict upgrade. Like, I just made money on food, essentially. Well, I mean, if I don't take it home, I didn't make money on it, but what I mean is I can be a little bit more liberal with my food use here now. 75% chance to disarm this trap. Hopefully it works. That's not the greatest person to have these items on, right? This guy in general doesn't really have much very high trap removal chance. So him having a 75 for the whole mission is kind of a pain, but we'll be okay. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. This is one of those missions, I've talked about this before. This is such a funny enemy in the game because these enemies actually get stronger the less of them there are. Right? It's the only enemy in the game that kind of feels like that because, of course, what I mean is not literally stronger, but what I mean is when there's one of them, it can split and then split and then split and fill all 4 slots. When there's 3 of them, they can only split 1 time, so you're not really as worried about them splitting because they can only do it once. It's kind of funny.
Back to the pit.
But we got a decent damage squad here, so we should probably be fine. What's this? These guys have a 50% chance of being stunned. 50-50, do I stun him? I think I'll go for it here. Sure. Worked out nice. And then you can just kill... I don't care who, attack one of them. That's fine. And then just finish this guy, I guess.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
Yeah, you said that they can merge into a giant enemy. Here's the big one that you were just talking about. They don't merge as far as I can tell. I think they literally just they do the cytokinesis ability, and when that happens, I think what happens is they just spawn the giant enemy. It's totally random. When they do cytokinesis, usually it's 1, but I think they can. Maybe I'm wrong, but there were 2 just now, and now there's a big one and a small one. So I don't think they merge. I think they just. But I know what you're saying, yeah. But the big one is a problem because he deals a lot more damage than the small ones do by a large margin.
Masterfully executed.
And he's pretty tanky as we're seeing here. All right, I'll just retribution this one. Take him out. Then we only have the 1 to worry about. He does deal a decent amount of damage though. Nice, head him back. Cool. So he's dead. We'll get to go before him and just kill him.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
It's wild to me killing all those enemies and getting no value, but I don't think the ectoplasm ever really drops anything as far as I can tell. Those guys in general don't. Again, I've been thinking a lot about just starting to kill every one of these bloodsucker groups that I see in order to intentionally find more Baron's invitations, but we're really not in a position right now to worry about that. We've got 6 blood at home and only 4 people that need blood, so we're okay. I don't want to tempt fate by grabbing more attention from the bloodsuckers when I don't have to here. He's gonna be our trap disarmer. He's gonna fail probably 1 out of these. He's only got a 75% chance of success, which is okay, but not like perfect. We gotta fight here. Oh, more of these guys. Well, they're all surprised. That's a pretty good way to start this. Take out 1.
Executed with impunity.
Taking out 2's good. All right, okay. I doubt we're gonna have enough to actually kill this guy in the back. Maybe we will. We do have her ability to snipe shot. Maybe so. Oh, nice.
Another one falls.
Great. All right. Got another scout chance here. So
These
weird.
nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
All right, we'll take the medicine here. What we got in this hallway? We do have a curio in this hallway. I'm gonna step in the hallway and see if there's anything in here. That's just a stump. I guess I can go interact with it. That's fine. I'm gonna walk backwards here. I'm gonna get rid of the anti-venom, I guess. I do want busts more than anti-venom for sure. I need to start using the dog treats immediately. I haven't for the last few missions because the enemies were only set. There was a set of 2 and a set of 3. I usually try to wait till the sets of 4 before I do that. Should be enemies here. Man, maybe I'll just use it anyway here. The dog's already dealing enough damage even without it. It doesn't even really feel like it's doing anything. Well, that would have done it there. Oh, he's gonna bleed out anyway. Never punished. Well, we might get punished if she attacks the wrong guy here. Maybe we'll just use. Yeah, not perfect. That's okay. He can kill that one with retribution.
Be gone, fiend.
Our man-at-arms can hit him with his retribution ability here. Retribution. Yep.
Continue
Exactsies.
the onslaught.
Destroy them all.
All right. Okay, so we just found out the skeletons bring the money here for sure. So there's a choice to be made here. I might actually drop the dog treats right away. We don't need them. This is not a mission where I feel like I need that. We're okay. I used the other already. I don't think you can get anything out of this. I think you can sometimes get money if you have no antidote. Let's try it. But I know you can get poisoned. That's okay. No big deal. I think you can find gold and random items sometimes. Okay. This is where I would have wanted to have the dog treats. Just didn't line up. That's okay. All right. Do I use bolus here? Really matter. 50% less damage. It hits 2 targets and possibly crits on 2 of them. I don't really care that much. Just shoot somebody at random. The reason I did that is because it's going to keep building your speed, so she gets to go at the start of every fight, start of every round here. I'm going to use Mark for Death on the fungal scratcher so that I can immediately kill him afterwards. This removes his armor. We need that right now. He has a 25% chance to be stunned. I'm going to do it. Because the real damage that we have to deal with, the real damage we have to deal with in this mission, or these 4 guys, is the consumption of the mark, right? Because these 2 guys in the back can mark us, and then after that we'll take a bunch of damage. But if we can dodge that, we're in a good spot. They should start off by marking us, I'm thinking, yeah. Marking him's not a problem, right? That's his whole thing. He likes to be marked and then hit you back for it. Sure. No problem. We don't care about that at all. Hopefully we'll get the chance to set up a riposte before he starts getting attacked. The dog will probably still get an attack on him. That's fine. Okay, sure. There's a lot of dodge. All right, now I can either remove more armor from this guy and set up for a one-shot kill, or I can just go for it because I already have 90% extra damage against Mark. This will probably just kill him.
Destroyed.
Well, when you crit, it looks really good, but I was talking about raw damage. Just pick somebody and shoot him. Don't really care who. And then the dog will strip the paint off the rest of them. Hopefully. Yep.
A death by inches.
That one in the back's not dead though. Down to 1. That's okay. That might give me a chance to remove some stress on our Houndmaster here. Well, nothing really going on here. We can't really do anything with this character. Just kill somebody.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Cool. All right, this will give you a chance to heal him and offset that poison, or I guess that blight that's been going on. Then we can remove some stress. Cool. Kill him, sure.
As the fiend
See what's in that
falls,
tent.
a faint hope blossoms.
This might be worth taking the jade now and dropping
As
the
the light gains purchase,
torch, or using the last one.
spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
A map. Probably the least useful thing we could find at this stage, given how much scouting chance we've been having, but sure. Man, we keep finding these stumps. I wish I had those vials now. But see, this is what I was talking about. We just found some money, and I actually found a blood in there too. Yeah, you can find stuff in the tree stump anyway, even if you don't have the vial, which is good to know. The poison vial. Oh wow, a ruby. Yeah. Wow. That's a tough one. You get 2 of these and it feels real good. This is, generally speaking, probably worth taking. Like, I'm higher on the ruby than I am the sapphire, because if I only get 1 of these, I still feel like I almost got a full stack of gold, whereas the ruby feels like you only walked out with half a stack, which I guess, you know, is not too far off of true, but... Problem is, I'm already going to be, like, low on inventory slots over the course of the mission. I could drop the bandages and not feel too bad. Yeah, this already makes up for the bandages. Let's just do that. I'm gonna have to drop them anyway, because at some point here coming up very soon, what's gonna happen is, man, these stumps. Oh look, there's the use. I was gonna say I haven't seen any of the mummy guys, but we've been now we found the mummy guy. This is why we bring the bandages. Man, I dropped the antidotes. I had 2, and then I found 3 stumps, and then I dropped the bandages and I found my first mummy guy. I guess it doesn't matter, we're still finding treasures on them.
Packs laden
Never
with
punished.
loot are often low on supplies.
I'll leave the 25 gold, that's not really worth that much. I'm probably going to be aggressive and just let the torch drop, that way I can use up our, firewood, instead of having to dig through the entire rest of my stack of,
Ancient
torches.
lie in wait,
Man,
unsprung
this
and
hallway
thirsting for blood.
would have been a really nice one to scout. That's a lot of hallway. Yep. Well, I'll just use this.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
And
Now it must be carried home.
this is why I wanted to... This is why I wanted to start dropping items, so I can actually, like, why I wanted to use a firewood, so I can start bringing back other things here. I like this more than I like the holy water. We're just not really in that much of a need. Like, we're not desperate for holy water and like other protective stuff here. I'm gonna push 1 more haul, and then we're gonna use our oh, real bad. Like I said, I'm gonna push 1 more hallway. That way we can set ourselves up for a good sleep. But giving rabies to our dog is kind of funny. That's funny. Alright, giving rabies to my houndmaster. That's wild. Sure. Alright, so he can't do anything from back here damage-wise, but he can actually do other things, like he can randomly stun people. So I'll just have him be stunning the rest of the fight. He's not out of the fight, he just stuns for the whole fight and slows the fight down. Which is fine. Man, that is 3, I think that's 3 dodges in a row, that's fantastic. Alright, attack somebody at random, I don't care. Doesn't matter who it is. And then you, here, I could do a few different things here, but honestly it'd probably be just better to do Retribution. What's his bleed? His bleed's at what, 2? Retribution ain't gonna kill him. So maybe I do minus dodge on everybody. These guys all have high dodge. So yeah, let's just do Bellow, remove their dodge. Well, I'm gonna miss on every one of them. That looks really bad.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
Man, our Houndmaster has literally dodged the last 4 attacks on him. That's disgusting. Like, he has 37 dodge, but my god, that's a lot of dodging. Alright, we'll stun the last remaining dog that hasn't attacked yet, just to do it. And then we'll Hound's Harry you.
Precision and power.
Lord, man. Giving our...
The slow death. Unforeseen.
That was disgusting.
Unforgiving.
Do you see that? We wiped 2... oh my god, the Houndmaster probably killed all those guys by himself.
Trifling
How many
victory.
keys can I find?
But a victory nonetheless.
I'm gonna leave this place with more keys than I started with. I'm gonna drop the rest of the food here. There's only 3 here. I'm gonna take this money. I don't want to drop anything else yet. Sure, use a shovel, I guess. Yeah, I'm happy I took those earlier. Now the busts are an interesting question. I do want these busts, but do I want them more than other stacks of stuff that I have here now? I think I'd rather have the 2 busts than the jade. The jade is worth what right now? This is worth 750 gold, sure. All right, now in this room, hopefully we don't have an enemy, but if we do, so be it, we'll deal with it. But if we don't, then we can just immediately firewood, get a free reset on our... I used food, but like I don't really care that much. We've got a lot of food right now. So we will try to... Oh, I don't know if I brought the ability to protect ourselves from night attacks. Did we? Yes, Hound's Watch. Let's increase our scouting, make it perfect. And then after that, extra damage against higher size is not that important. We already have the chance of being surprised lowered. I could be even more aggressive and also use tracking. So this would make our chance to like surprise people. And at 35%, am I reading that right? No, 30%. Yeah, we would have a 30% chance in every fight for the next 4 fights to make everybody surprised, which would be really, really strong. We could also just give everybody, you know, something like the all companions extra damage for the next few rounds. This is very powerful. The man-at-arms is just auras are just disgusting. All right, they can all. Oh, okay. All right, so we're gonna continue on here. We're gonna rest. We've removed any real threat from sleep, which is generally speaking good idea. You want to try to bring one person on your team if you can. I usually try to make sure I pay the tax. Like every person on my team, I make sure every person on my team has their ability that lets them stop nighttime ambushes, if possible. Because generally the nighttime ambush, the cost of that is so high if it goes wrong that it can just ruin the entire mission. All right. I didn't reset the location of my guys. I need to switch them around here. I need to switch my arbalist with my man-at-arms. Or not man-at-arms, my bounty hunter. That's actually going to be a bit of a cost here too, because he's very good in this fight because they're all humans. That sucks. I got to talk and forgot to switch their spots. I didn't notice where they were standing because everybody was sitting around the campfire. That's no big deal though. Let's try to kill the guy in the back. He's the annoying guy. He's the one that removes all of our resistances and then makes the fight obnoxious. I might take this as a second to switch. And then he can't hit with collect bounty here, but he can use something like finish him. I could just go for finish him though. Or not finish him, but collect bounty. This is a lot of damage against humans in general, so let's just go for it. It's a lot of damage to just leave on the table. And then here we'll try to mark ourselves. We will use our retribution and try to make the focus on our man-at-arms, and maybe we can't get lucky and just have him kill 2 people here. Because I'm gonna guess the guy in the back is gonna try to use that blanket cover attack. He always does. Yeah, and then he'll kill himself here.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Great, we get another one for free too. And if we get the last one to attack him, yeah, we just win the fight basically. Awesome. That's kind of how he drew it up there. All right, take the second guy out. The front guy's just gonna die from the bounty hunter, so. If we can sneak in an extra heal off of our arbalist, yeah, man. Oops, that worked out really well. That worked out really well. This guy's... I could even, like, cheese an extra heal out or something. I might stun this guy. Or just don't. I guess it makes sense. He's a pretty tanky guy. That's fine. He's gonna die anyways. I was thinking about spinning one more round, removing stress from, like, a howl, but we don't need to do that. Wow.
Greater the glory.
A lot of stuff here. We did just drop Jade, which feels a little bad, but I'm not too bothered by it because we are collecting like good stuff elsewise here. We got the money here, and then of course the Jade will take that. We're not gonna probably end up keeping it. Yeah, we dropped 2 Jade a bit ago, but again, we needed it for the other items. So, and this is what I'm talking about when I talk about the Ruby, right? Now I would have 3 Jades, right? 3 Jades. Now we're talking about an actual consideration. When you get to 3 Jade, now you're talking about 1,075 gold. You're getting close to hitting a ruby in value. The thing about the ruby is if you get 2, then it's more than anything else in the game in terms of, you know, jewels that you find. It's really worth keeping. But one ruby feels kind of precarious. The beginning of the mission, I might consider it, but I don't know. There's a real cost because you have to think, well, for the rest of the mission, I'm going to be holding this dumb ruby that I might not be able to find a second one to stack on. Whereas Jade, they just grow out of my ears. I find them everywhere. We haven't found very much, oh no, we did scout. I was just talking, I didn't notice it. Yeah, still scouting. Cool. We should have 100% scouting right now because the way I lined this up. We have released the Hound right now, plus 30% additional scouting is huge. Because we already have 65, so that's just making us 100% chance to scout every single time we enter into a room. All right. Yeah, we'll interact with this. We've been pretty lucky so far. Wow, that's 3 for 3 without having any
only treasure could
antidotes.
The flow of otherworldly corruption.
Okay, Collector. This is great. This is really, really good for us. Like, we are really, really in a good spot to deal with him. He has no dodge, no protection, and we just have enormous damage on single target. Oh, if we miss, that's not good. I need to turn the torch up, don't I? Oh, he collected Call, too. Wow! I said it was good, and then we had the worst case scenario happen. We missed in the dog, and then the guy who deals damage to multiple targets also wasn't there to deal with the guys that spawned. These are considered eldritch, not human, which is also awkward. Wow, okay, that's awkward. I said it was good, and then that happened. Huh. I'm just gonna go for speed buffs on her, because I'm gonna need, like, people that can actually stay alive for the whole fight. I need to use bolster here. I don't really have a choice, because I need to dodge as much damage as possible. This could turn into a real fight here if this is not looking great right now.
The blood quickens.
Oh, he gets to go first. That's good. Oh, they didn't get to attack the first round. That matters a lot. Okay, now we get to use Hounds here. This can help. But we might be able to take out this front one immediately. He missed twice. Brutal. Brutal. All right. Sure. I attack somebody at random and hit the front guy. That's okay. It's fine. Man, missing twice is brutal there. He dodged the stun, which is good. Collect Call. Sure. Yep, that's a lot of damage. She dodged though. Yeah, that bolster's really helping here. Unfortunately, I don't see a real use in this guy attacking anybody other than just the frontliners and just taking them out where possible. He's just gonna basically just try to keep one guy low every single time. And then these guys, what is their dodge? 7 or something? He doesn't have any dodge. I'm just gonna go for Retribution and try if I can get away with it to like set us up so that we can kill people off of him getting hit. We really need to sneak some free attacks in, and if we can get them to attack the man-at-arms, then we get extra damage out over the course of the fight. I really need to sneak some damage in against the Collector here.
The ground quakes.
He hasn't taken any damage yet. We need to get a chip damage in there where we can. Good, dog finally hit. And you can see that damage really stacking because we brought Dismas's head on this dude. We really need him to hit lifesteal, sure. Heal himself a little bit, that's okay. It's crazy. He healed for 10, but only stole 3 health. Really efficient conversion rate. You got it, dude, that's fine. All right, we will stun the guy who is guarding. And then focus on killing.
Annihilated.
Our bounty hunter's just going to be priced into killing every single fight. Every single round, he's just going to kill one of the guys if we can do it. This guy needs to stop missing. He's missed 3 of 4 attacks, and we need him. He's our damage dealer. He's our level 2 guy. He's got Luminous. He's got Quick Draw. He's supposed to deal a lot of damage. I don't know why he's missing so much. This ability has a 95% chance to hit. But he's missed 3. This guy has 0 dodge. This guy has 0 dodge, and we've missed 3 attacks against him with a 95% chance to hit. That means the probability of that's 1 in 20 to the 3rd power. Like, do you realize how small that is? That's a 1 in 8,000 chance, I think. Right? Isn't that right? That's insane. Yeah. That's literally 1 in 8,000 chance that he's missed. Although I guess technically not because in the middle of it he did attack all 4 and he landed a Hound's Harry, but whatever. Each one of them is a 1 in 20 chance that he misses in general, so I shouldn't, engineer the numbers to make it look that way. I kind of cooked him that way, but sure. 2 crits is nice though.
Strike.
She's crit twice, so I can't really complain there. That's good. What call? Sure. We should be fine. It's just this fight's gone a lot longer than I wanted it to because we've been very unfortunate with our Hound's Harrys here. Yes, that makes me feel good though. Killing the guy that just spawned, it feels really good here. You've still got riposte on, so we'll just use you to. This guy has 0 dodge, and he somehow dodged. I even earlier didn't bellow because I thought, oh, we'll just hit him when we attack him. 25% chance to dodge stun. Kill him. Okay, you hit him finally. Man, you're a damage dealer. You can't be doing that. You're that guy. I can't have that happening, man. She really needs to heal herself. We're in kind of dangerous territory playing this game. What's his health? He's at 26. I'm just gonna switch her to healing herself, I guess, here. It feels really bad. She needs to heal herself. This is a losing game. You don't start healing your guys against this team. You don't do that. She healed herself. It's best case scenario. Don't care about that at all. Head games? Oh, protect him. That's okay. We might be able to just bleed him out with a dog anyway, so it wouldn't even matter. We're gonna retribution him. We might just be able to kill him with a dog while hitting everybody else. Kill somebody besides... I could finish him and just insta-kill him. Nah. That's fine. I don't want to take a chance that she heals him, that Vestal Spirit. I don't want to take a chance that she heals the Collector here. I'm trying to avoid that. Alright. Yeah. Now he's the big damage dealer. Okay, Headhunt's good, though. He hit himself off of that. That's really good. That's what we wanted. Cool.
Great is the weapon that cuts on
We're doing
its
just
own.
fine now. Oh, dang it. She survived. Okay, she didn't heal the... I was worried about her healing the Collector there, so we're okay. Alright, heal yourself. You're priced into that now. That's all you're going to be doing for the rest of the fight. I gotta keep you off of Death's Door here. And then I might... These guys are just gonna bleed out, right? Over 2 rounds. She's gonna die. Let's just go for the kill here. Let's just go for finish him. I might be able to just outright kill him. Show collection's fine. You're gonna hurt yourself off that. And then now I think you're almost dead off of just your own bleed stacks. That's really good here. I can't hit you. Oh, I can't hit you with Retribution. You're in slot 3. That's great. We're in a good spot there. So he just dies at the start of the next round if he goes first. And then we'll try to kill the only guy that can attack us. And if I can sneak in a heal here, that'd be great. But maybe I can't.
Slowly.
Might not be lucky enough.
Gently. This is how life is taken.
Worked out all right. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see the Collector there, but I guess I should have been. We were getting real dangerously close to finding a lot of items. Or we were sitting on almost full items. I mean to say. All right. Now I really wish I still had some food, but it is what it is. Hop off a little bit. I have 11, but I'm saying more because of food checks or hunger checks. But never mind. I guess we're at the end of the mission. I can be a little greedy here. I just have to keep 4 around. Yeah, we're just fine here. And then here, I'm just gonna drop the... I need to keep the shovel. I guess I'll drop the jade. Or I guess I could drop the medicinal herbs. The jade actually represents some money. And then we'll go on and finish this up. Take this down.
Nature herself.
Wow, look at this. The last 2 curios.
Malformed with misintent.
Oh, I guess it was the last 1 curio. I guess we picked up another medicinal herb and I hadn't noticed it. Or medicinal herb, medicine. I hadn't noticed yet.
A fortune.
Sure.
Waiting to be spent.
We have every key known to man. I mean, literally every key ever. We have 6 keys already. We found literally 0 chests in this mission. Not 1 treasure room. It's pretty rare. I'm gonna drop the food. Or I guess I'll use it. You're full. Sure. I'll replace it with the citrine. Just a wild thing to say. I haven't said those words in a long time. And let's finish up this last row here. No, there's no blood in there. Alright. One last fight here. One last hurrah. Mission is over here. I can't believe how many... I've never seen a mission like with no... I've never seen a mission go this long without seeing a skeleton key use. But literally I'm leaving this mission with 6 keys and I couldn't even pick up the 7th. Alright. This is where I want to eventually, enemy-wise, bring her mark ability that she doesn't have currently, because it'd be nice to be able to strip the armor off these protection 30 or 33 guys. I'm gonna go for a backline guy though, because they have the most raw defense, or raw, easy to hit, because they don't have any protection right now. 15% protection as opposed to 33%. And we're just gonna go for killing the backline here, because if we can stop these guys from marking us, then we just kind of mitigate the problem with the fight. Well, that sucks, but he still gets the riposte, which is good. Yep, ran the marked. Yep, awful. That's this whole thing. Marked himself, set himself up the bomb there. That's okay. Yep, mark the guy that's already marked. All right, the only threat here is him dying from crits on Rend the Mark. As I say it, it happens. All right, so when it gets to his turn, he doesn't have any food, so he's just kind of on death's door. That's all we can do. All right, here, he might die. I can't really do anything about that now. Torches are... I'm just thinking if there's anything, I guess that could matter, so we'll use it now here.
Victory.
What are these guys at? Two. This guy just, no, he doesn't die in his turn. I guess we got Hound's Hyrie here.
Impressive.
All right, now it's just these two guys. If we get to go before they get to go, then we might be, oh, actually, what am I talking about? Oh, just heal him. I forgot I had a heal in this team. For some odd reason, I was thinking I didn't. I was looking for food. All right, never mind, the threat's there. It's gone now. Never didn't have it. All right. And then, hopefully you'll set red in the mark. That's okay, it didn't matter. Missed on the last one anyway. All that stress. Retribution him. Oh, okay. That's very anticlimactic. Sure. I'll heal him, even though I could probably just kill this guy, because there's a chance I crit heal and remove some stress. It's alright. Went well. Oh, well, we found our extra. We needed this skeleton key. That's the 8th key on this mission, guys. What? Okay. And then here, I have to take this. Obviously, I'm dropping that. I'll take that. The rest of this is kind of whatever. Oh, I guess no. The keys are worth 20 gold each. This stack right here is 120 gold. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's still some money. I guess I could also keep... How much are the shovels worth? They're worth 20 as well, right? So they're strictly better than the torches, which I'm not going to be taking home either. Yeah, I guess, I mean, kind of mediocre stacks, but that's fine. Weird. I've never seen that happen. Leave a mission with all of my keys. Okay, it's an interesting fight.
These tonics and herbs will stave off infection and neutralize contagion.
The move amulet. We haven't had one of those yet. Plus 20% move skill chance and plus 30% move resist. Interesting item. I'm just not impressed by move in this game in general, but it is an interesting idea. Ashen is awful. We need to get that off him ASAP. Soft is also not great. Soft is not the worst thing, right? Minus... Ooh. Well, I didn't get the chance to see everything he got. I actually hit escape.
Preponderance of rare and exotic injuries makes this place perfect for the study of suffering.
So he's got rabies and all kinds of other crap. The nice part is he can remove all of that for free this week. I can send him on in there and get rid of it right now because this is all free this week. Remove it. And then after that, we will throw in... The other guys we brought didn't have it. Well, actually, Faintree did. Faintree didn't develop any quirks, though, so we don't have to worry about that. We want to lock people in here that don't have the Crimson Curse because this person did not either. So I think this is probably the go-to. Well, actually, no. He's got 2 very good bad quirks that we want to lock, so we want to wait until he develops something bad. There's no reason to develop this guy any further. Hard Noggin. All right, this would be a good one. Remove Absolute Mania. Yeah, that's fair. Anybody else I want to lock anything on? I do want to get rid of this Kleptomaniac, but I want to... Oh, wait, this is a free week. This is a free week. We want to send the most expensive people we can. So I think Anne's still had one more I wanted to lock on him, right? So I want to lock Hot to Trot here. And I could even get rid of, Lazy Eye if I wanted to, but I'd rather keep Lazy Eye and let that stick than develop some other bad quirk. He's got such good quirks here. It's so inexpensive now on him to... It's nice to be able to lock a high tier quirk on this guy. It's crazy. All right, and then after that, Theon didn't have anything else, right? Manslayer's fine, but not the greatest. It's not something I want to spend a whole week locking on him. All right, we've got these guys already. We can't take a person who has the Crimson Curse, unfortunately. Campbell, though, Campbell also didn't have anything worth locking. Anybody else has anything worth locking? Well, Natural Swing's worth it. Beast Slayer's good. Yeah, this wouldn't be a too bad one. Lock Beast Slayer, get rid of any of these. They're all kind of... Oh, actually, Unquiet Mind's fine. Deathblow Resist. Yeah, this is probably it. DuPont, just throw them in there. Beast Slayer, get rid of Weak Grip on Life. And then after that, we will just go back into another mission here. Let's see what kind of items we dropped here. Nothing in here I care about. All uncommon items and items I already have. People. We got Precise Striker, which is okay. Yips is terrible. It's like our mission. It feels like the Yips has just been trolling us this whole campaign. Luminous is great. Luminous is great. We also have Klepto. That'd be an easy one to lock and remove. Precise Striker is also hilarious, but not on this class. The reason I'm thinking about this Plague Doctor is, remember, we only have one Plague Doctor, although this Plague Doctor, if I recall correctly, developed Photomania last time we were playing. Yeah, so this character has Beast Hater and Photomania, which are both S tier. We were talking about how we didn't have any good Plague Doctors, and all of a sudden we just, good Plague Doctor out of nowhere, just developed organically. Beast Slayer's Beast Slayer's really good. Evasive is pretty solid too. Man, he's got some good quirks here. We're starting to roll some good quirks on people, it looks like here. Daredevil's hilarious. Okay in this class, but not good in general. Tough is whatever. The only character I'm really excited about here, I guess, would probably be the Luminous Plague Doctor. I guess the Beast Slayer Occultist is also really good too. I shouldn't say that, but I just don't know if we have the space for it. Let's see who we can get rid of. I could also drop, like, you know, somebody who has nothing. Like, you could pretty easily drop this Hellion. The reason I'm thinking about dropping this Hellion is a few reasons. One, he has the Crimson Curse, which, you know, whatever. We need her. We kind of want her for the fight against a Crocodilian, but I'm also independently trying to, like, develop a team of people who could go up against him separately. And we're okay with, like, losing one character because I've already got multiple other characters who can deal bleed. The issue with this character is she's really got On Guard and Winded, and then sitting on a bunch of other random junk that we don't like. The upside to this character is that she's got on Guard and then Winded, which is really good. And then all these other quirks I don't really care that much about. Technically, Evasive is okay, but Hippocratic is kind of cute because it can heal off of Adrenaline, but we don't really care that much. Scouting Chance, these are all kind of okay quirks. On Guard's good, but the thing about this character is, one, she's got none of her items are leveled up yet, so that's kind of, and that's a drop in the hat money-wise at this stage in the game, but kind of building a case against her for no real reason other than to say, I'm thinking more about long-term the choice of picking up a lower-tier character like this with Luminous or like some good lower quirks from the very beginning. This character's level 0 and already has, like, these two characters have really good starting quirks, right? Precise Strikers are irrelevant, but I guess the question would then be, how many of each class do I have? Sort by class. I have 2 of these characters. I have 1. I already know I only have 1 Plague Doctor. And how many of the Occultist do I have? 2. So the Occultist is out. Plus the Occultist already has Beast Slayer, Luminous, and Evasive Eldritch Slayer. We don't need another Occultist, so that's an easy selection there. Do we want an extra Plague Doctor? The answer is probably yes. Plague Doctors are really strong, especially later in the game, I think. The ability to, like, stun and hit 2 people in the back, I just think that's pretty good. I guess we could drop one of my Flagellants here. Don't need that many Flagellants. It's not going to be Drew, though. Drew is sitting on Deathblow Resist. I'm going to get rid of Slow Draw, but he's got Deathblow Resist here, which is really good. He's got Clotter. Armor Tinker is whatever, but Slugger's defensible. Dwyer has Photomania, which makes me feel really bad because this guy's already got Eldritch Hater. So the argument is, do I drop... Who do I drop, right? Photomania is really good, but at this stage, it's like, if I'm dropping this character, why am I dropping him? And the answer is because I want to get 2 of every class if I can get away with it. And while I do have Clotter's so good on him, like, Clotter's so good in this class, he has 100% bleed resist. Like, what? Armor Tinker is going to go away. Slugger's fine. This is like an A tier quirk, an A tier quirk, and like a B tier quirk. And this guy's rolling around with like an S tier quirk and then nothing else that's good and nothing that's good that's bad. He's got 1 S tier quirk and a bunch of random crap. Drew has like an A tier, like a low A tier, and like a high B tier. Easily lockable kind of list. This Slow Draw is an easy thing to get rid of. I have a clear path with him. I lock Slugger, remove K-Phobe. I lock Unyielding. I get rid of Slow Draw. It's efficiency wise, this is probably the most efficient in the short term to take this character, because even though long term it's not the better character, I think realistically this is probably still better, because what this will do is it will make sure that we have a serviceable list of 2 guys immediately, 2 Flagellants that we can use immediately, as opposed to like a Flagellant who's kind of sitting on the bench, and I'm waiting for the perfect storm of him finding 2 or 3 other quirks to kind of work well alongside the Photomania. I'm looking really quick here. Where's Slugger on this list? I estimated that it was like a B tierish, maybe A. Oh, this guy has it as an A too. That's funny. As I said, I did like Slugger on him. I mean, all of his abilities are like melee. Even his ranged abilities are melee. So, yeah, so A. Pretty solid. This guy have an Eldritch Hater and Klepto and more. He's got one good quirk. This guy's got one good quirk. But really, like, this guy's already got one S tier. This guy's got one S tier, but it's not locked yet. To me, it's an obvious selection. Like, it's Dewey that needs to go away. Like, he just doesn't have anything going for him except Photomania. And this guy's already got a locked S tier. I think it's pretty straightforward. We drop it Dewey. Even though he's one level higher, I don't really care.
Those without the stomach for this place must move on.
This guy's name is Perry, and he doesn't have the ability to repost. I call that false advertisement. 5 yards. All right. Anything else? No. As I said, I don't want to take this. Is this Vupont? Don't we already have a guy named Vupont? We literally already have an occultist with that name, don't we? Didn't we? Right there. We can't. There can only be one. You can't have two Vuponts. This one has Luminous and Beast Slayer. This one has Beast Slayer and Evasive. This is like, no. That's the second time in 2 weeks we've seen that happen. Last time, actually, it was a Crusader that had the same name as the Abomination, and this time it's literally the Occultist. Two Occultists with the same last name, no relation. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into a mission here. I already looked at our guys here a few times here. Now it feels like I'm kind of just being impulsive and keep on clicking it. We're gonna look and see if there's any good mission that sets us up for leveling our bleeders again, and we're just gonna go. Wow. I do want the Beast Slayer's ring, I'll tell you that. As many copies of that as I can get. What is this? What's going on here? Red tier mission for All Saints Day? No, I'm good. It's a lot of All Saints Days going on up there. Man, this is tempting. Mantra fasting, plus 40% HP, plus 7 speed if you're wasting. Very weird. I really think this is probably it. This is a really good mission to set us up to go and beat the Hag. The downside is we just don't have a lot of guys that are ready to fight against the Hag right now. But this is such a good item. Like, I want to get another Beast Slayer's ring so that we can be ready for boss fights against things like the Swine King. Yeah. It's probably the right play. Bring Drew. Bring Alliker here. This would be the mission to get these guys leveled up to where they need to be in order to go beat the Hag immediately afterwards. But then in addition to that, it also sets us up for a future situation, which is going and beating the Crocodilian. Now the Hag, we're not doing that mission right now, but the Hag is the next week. The Hag is the fight where after she steals one of your people, she releases it and the person goes to the front row. So whoever we grab, it can't be something like a backline character like the Arbalest. It needs to be somebody who can function in slot 1. All of these characters function really well in slot 1, especially if you bring Finale and the Jester. The one character who doesn't is... No, never mind, we're good. I guess we could bring Evil too. All of these characters would be really good against the Hag. This is actually pretty good. Just bring this core group of people. The downside is I'm very much inviting the Fanatic. Do I care? It might still be worth it anyway this time. Maybe I just bring extra food and just accept it. Maybe this is the time we see that if we see the Fanatic, so be it. We just kind of accept it and go after it. I can also remove the Fanatic's, efficacy by kind of, using Withstand and Intimidate. I could do that. But it's going to be 2 missions in a row where we're inviting the Fanatic right in a row. Plus, there's also a thing from the stars. Dude. Brutal. Let's go for it. Let's go for something crazy. Let's go for a crazy mission. I'm gonna do it. Let's set ourselves up for as much success as we can, though. Here, Alliker is going to be basically rolling around with. He's going to just be dealing stress relief most of the mission. Evil, again, as I said, I will be picking Intimidate here just because I want to make sure we have an analog, something to do in case we need to deal with the Fanatic. In case the Fanatic shows up, obviously a bread and butter is Chop. After that, we could go with Revenge if I really wanted to. Extra damage, extra crit, extra damage taken. That's all really good here against the Fanatic. Just kind of kill them as fast as possible. Bleed resist, blight resist, all that other stuff is good in general, but I'm just not sure how important that is right here. That's probably still better though, like stacking a bunch of abilities like that. And then we'll just leave out Solemnity. I'm gonna need to bring a lot of food to offset the fact that we have no real healer though. That's fine. I need to level up our... Yeah, I'm gonna level you up real quick here, so I'm gonna go with Iron Swan here to make sure I can reach that back line and meet... We've already, since we had the leper up front, we really don't need... Iron Swan's actually bad here, because she's not gonna be in slot 1, right? The leper's gonna be in slot 1? No, the leper can be in slot 2. No, but he can't use Intimidate if he's in slot 2. We don't need Intimidate this mission. That's okay. I can have her up front and have the leper be in slot 2. That's all right. A little awkward, but not that big of a deal. Do I need the utility of a Yop? I probably should bring it, because we have a lot of damage dealers anyways. One problem, though, is if we do this, then I can't reach... Oof. This comp has no middle line. I guess that's not strictly speaking true. She can hit with If It Bleeds from slot 3, and I can just accept that she won't be... Yeah, that's fine. So we'll have Evel switch over here, we'll put Drew in slot 2, and then we'll have Crevicore not use Iron Swan and instead do something like Breakthrough. You can't use Yop here. I need all slot 3 abilities. So she only has 3 abilities that work from slot 3. So I guess I would make Breakthrough the one I'd level here. Yeah, feels a little awkward, but it's probably the best comp I have for this. So I'm still going to do Adrenaline Rush, because then I can switch her somewhere later on down the line and start a mission off with her in the front slot just to get her a healer real quick when I need to later on. So, oh, I forgot to level Breakthrough. Pay no attention, folks. I know what I'm doing here. All right, these guys are already leveled. These guys are already leveled. You're already leveled. Yeah, this is our squad. We're going to need to bring extra blood, though, which is painful. It's the first time I've ever just done a mission with a bunch of blood bros. All right. Well, actually, there's one other consideration I'm not thinking about here. If I bring all these people, am I going to have enough blood for 2 weeks to bring them out like that? I have 7. Yeah, we can do this, because I can just fight every single bloodsucker I find. Yeah, that'll be okay. Just fight. If we see a bloodsucker, fight it. And then we'll get a bunch of blood that way. And we can use this as kind of a blood finding mission in addition to what we're doing here. The only downside to this team is we don't have any real meaningful way of removing armor. And the thing from the Stars fight, it's gonna suck. But we do have an Elder Tater, which is cool. Does he have the ability to move to the front with solo? He doesn't. Would I rather him just have... Maybe I just remove Slice Off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of Slice Off here and have him use... Just battle ballad, and then slide forward with his slide forward. Yeah, I can have him just... You know, I actually can really set up quite a bit of damage. If I'm smart, what I can do against the thing from the Stars is get him down to about 60% health or like 55% health, get him right on that edge before he actually gets his protection, and then use Finale and hit him for like 40. And then he's like really low, and we kind of miss that range. Once he gets below 50% health, he gains 80 protection or some absurd amount. So this would kind of like cheekily take a lot of damage off him when he's still in his first form. Maybe I could do that. That might be a sneaky way to do it. Yeah, I could see doing that. And then remove the Slice Off and just go all in on non-damage abilities and have everybody else be the damage dealers here. That's fine. Accepting the fact that there's a non-zero chance we just have to run from this mission. I don't want to, but we're gonna try. All right, Focus Ring here, Berserk Mask. We need you to use Dismas's Head. Wait, I didn't remove everything for people. Let's do that real quick. Sort by rarity. Give you back that Focus Ring and Berserk Mask real fast. We're gonna give you the Dismas's Head. We need the extra damage. I'm gonna give you Bright Tambourine before I forget. We're gonna give you again, though. What else do you need? I don't know. I'm thinking about how I want to handle like stress against the Fanatic. I don't know if the Fanatic applies stress, but I'm going to avoid looking him up because it just feels kind of cheesy since I've never seen him before, as I've talked about it before. On this particular playthrough, I've never seen him, so that was kind of my rule when I first started. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. We're going to go with an Ancestor's Candle here. We're going to lean on the stress and just accept it, let it take us. Let the stress take us. And then after that, she's not really going to be able to deal as much damage as she normally does. She's going to be sitting back here constantly spamming her if it bleeds and the occasional breakthrough. She can't even hit with the op, but Adrenaline Rush she can keep on using. So she's going to survive. Like, she won't die, but she's not going to be as reliable when it comes to her reach and large sums of damage. What's her base dodge? 15? I could give her a Camouflage Cloak. Although, that's kind of ironic since she's the person who has the most survivability anyways. Well, that's not strictly speaking true. I guess technically the Flagellant kind of does. No, the Flagellant's like surprising huge amounts of one-time like survivability, whereas she's like consistently survivability. What's her accuracy on if it bleeds? Pretty high. So I guess I just kind of ignore that. I mean, I could. I'm just thinking about if I'd rather give her raw damage. Maybe I just give her a Sun Ring. Extra accuracy, extra damage. If that's the case, do I want to do the same thing with Focus Ring here? I said Focus Ring, I meant Sun Ring. Extra accuracy. Maybe I give her a Berserk Charm. You know, this is giving her -5 accuracy, this is giving her +5 accuracy. It's offsetting it, so she's hitting on exactly the same amount of accuracy as normal. It says -5 from the trinket. What do you mean? Oh, because this is not calculating, this is a conditional, right? The game doesn't see that she's in the sun right now, so it doesn't count it. But she's sitting at exactly 0 accuracy modifier right now. Once we get into the mission, we'll always be above 75, or I'll try to, especially since I have the Bright Tambourine. I want to make sure I can use it when I can. All right, after that, he's just going to be stress relieving the whole fight. That's all you're going to be doing. What's your dodge? 20? Let's go ahead and give you, we'll give you the Camouflage Cloak, though. All right, and let's get in there like this. All right, we're going to need extra food on this mission for sure. Stress is our major concern here. I'm going to be really greedy and bring all the food. And then after that, we don't need that many medicinal herbs, so probably like 3 is fine. Skeleton Keys again, even though I left the last mission with 6, I'm still going to bring my normal 4. This is a wheeled, so we bring probably 4 and an extra shovel. Again, the most commonly shoveled location. I'm going to bring 4 blood, because I'm assuming I'm going to need to use 1 pretty quickly on each of them. I'm going to have to use 1 on him immediately, and then I'll have 1 for everybody. Yeah, that's pretty good. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm admitting that I'm going to need to use 1 on everybody, and then have an extra as an emergency. I'm not going to worry about the anti-venom. I mean, I guess I could bring like 1. I'm not going to bring a lot. A bandage is fine. Shovels we already got, I said. I need torches. We're going to end up against 3 roaming bosses this mission. We're going to see the Collector. We're going to see we're probably going to see the Fanatic, and we're probably going to also see the thing from the stars. This is going to be the Gauntlet of Gauntlets. We're probably not going to make it through this entire mission, but we're going to push it. We're going to see as far as we can make it. If we can get through this, and that'd be really good. We don't actually have... Maybe I need that information more than ever. Maybe I need the Ancestors map more than ever, because I want to make absolutely sure that I see what's coming. I mean, I really need to see what's coming, right? If this mission is that filled with enemies. I'm not going to bring both. The extra 15% is good, but I'm just going to go with the 50-50 here. What is your trap removal chance? Above 100%, so now we have a trap remover. Yeah, that's still pretty good. Yeah, all right, I'm sold on this. Make sure everybody has all 4 abilities selected. Nothing stupid's going on here. All right, let's go. Ooh, it's gonna be nerve-wracking. This could be a bad mission, guys. This is the most dangerous mission I've been on so far.
Excise the fungal tumors, and the land may yet live.
Yuck. A lot of backtracking on this mission, too. We're not touching anything until we get all the way through. Yep. On the backtrack is when we pick up stuff. Hey, look, we get to use an item immediately. That's fantastic. Ugh. Well, this is one of the reasons you bring the guy in the front, because he can get out of there immediately. He can finale out. All right, so yeah, breakthrough hits from slot. Breakthrough hits from the slot. That's actually incredible. Well, breakthrough hitting from this slot's also bad though, because that puts the leper in the back. Whatever. We're gonna have to rely on other people this fight anyway, so. Yep. That's why I really like the Jester's like finale. Even if you're not using it for damage in the fight, it can still be insane. Now I'm gonna have to spend the turn moving the leper, but that's okay.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
We don't like seeing that right now. Revenge. I don't need to be doing that right now. That's greedy. All right, that surprise was unfortunate. That's a good dodge. That was a real timely dodge here. Sure. Okay, that's 2 crits in a row. You guys need to chill. You don't need to be critting twice on the first fight after getting a lucky surprise. Come on. Come on. Alright. Try to kill those backliners. I'm trying to deal as much damage over the course of the fight as possible here. Just battle ballad. We're not in a position where we can be removing stress right now. We're pretty far away from that. Yep. Annoying, but that's fine. Well, the upside of this is we're probably going to have to use a, we're probably going to sleep pretty quickly, so that's fine. If it bleeds.
Well struck.
That's why we brought her slot 3. She can still hit and get some good damage on things. Yep. It's a lot of damage. Just a regular ability, but sure. Yep. Well, the nice part is now he gets to use his big heal. All right, we will heal these 2. Offset that right now, and then everybody else pile off and kill the rest of them real quick here. Get this guy out of here. Nice, he's dead. All right, so the big damage dealer is dead, and I'm gonna start removing stress from people. We're gonna need that over this mission. I need that off of people now. We're gonna take so much raw damage this mission, it's gonna be bad. Because this is a tier 3, remember? These enemies are not a joke.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Dog first? Oh, we got to go first. It's crazy. I might actually adrenaline rush here. Getting tired of losing all this extra health. That was the Hippocratic trigger. Did you see that? She just healed for so much off of her basic heal. That's crazy. She just healed for 3, like, I think she healed for 4. Yeah, because that was nuts. Seeing that ability heal that much is kind of nuts. Remove that stress. We're going to get enough of that as it is, organically over the course of the mission. No reason to take more. I might Solemnity here.
Sedated.
And then you can kill the frontliner here. Look how much effort we had to do just to beat
Slowly,
a low tier fight.
gently. This is how a life is taken.
Yeah, I want to take these, but like, this is the early mission here. You can't really do anything about this. We'll get rid of 1 stack of food, which is already greedy. As I said before, I'm gonna go ahead and use the bandage here. That's why I brought 1. Money, I'm leaving that. I don't care about that. Now I can actually, I got immediate relief on slots, which is really nice here. Okay, well, I can't see anything. That's nice. That was a good scout, though. My God. And no fights either. No enemies, which is really cool. That gives us some time to kind of recover and great. All right, no fights this entire hallway. It's wild, especially on a mission where there's like, could be a fanatic or whatever. We come back for this, right? We talked about this. We come back, go all the way to the end. There's a fight at the end of the hallway in the room, like a room battle, but I mean like a hallway fight, especially on a mission like that. Oh man, wow. The last mission we didn't find a single chest that needed a skeleton key. This one we've already found 2 in this hallway alone. All right, so this is what I was talking about. We might want to fight these where possible. I'll fight on the way back, you know, whatever. Do I use the torches or do I? Yeah, I only have 1 sleep here. We'll select. We'll do 1 here. I don't want to burn too many because we're gonna have to do a huge walk back. We'll burn 1 here, I guess. Okay, this is not nearly as scary of a mission. It's annoying in the sense that they're gonna hit us for a lot of bleed immediately, but I'm not worried about the damage so much, unless they crit quite a few times. All right. Yep. I could do breakthrough, but that's gonna put him in the back. I can't do that. Yep. As I said, unless they crit multiple times, the game's like, not gonna be a big deal unless they crit multiple times. The game's like, what if they did? What if they did crit like 8 times?
The blood quickens.
All right.
Decimated.
Sometimes all you need is just a big sword. Just insta-kill him. Feels good. All right. Take this one. The next round, he's going to be healing himself. Very highly likelihood here. Actually, maybe I'll take another round off. He'll survive. Very likely, anyway. Remove stress for some people. Probably the flagellant here. You're going to die. Okay, I will adrenaline rush here. All this random bleed going on here. Get out of here. All these random bleeders. Sure. Put stress on our guy that doesn't like the stress. That's okay. This guy's not going to bleed out this round, but I'm just going to offset things. I'm just going to heal where possible. And then after that, yeah, that's fine. Just offsetting what he did to us. Where he's going to bleed for 4 for 3 rounds. He's going to take 12. That's crazy. All right, here I will probably... He's going to be fine. I'm just going to hit her. The dog's dead, and she does almost no damage, like, to people. All right, so on his round, on his turn, he needs to heal himself. Well, actually, I can't do this. I have to heal, because if I attack her and kill her, then he doesn't get the chance to use his big heal steroid. So here, I need to take a second to do all this weirdness, heal, remove stress, and all this goofy stuff. Feels a little bit weird. The dog's gonna die on his own, and then I'm gonna use the flagellant to heal back to full, well, heal to half or so.
Death. Unforeseen.
Yeah, let's be done. You got it. Heal yourself, offset that dog, bleed. The crits are wild. Removing the stress is great here. Awesome. He's not on death door either. So here we do a huge heal on him, heal somebody else too, whatever. Yeah, awesome. And then now we'll kill her. Yep. Hey, she's really stripping that light away, huh?
As the fiend falls,
it didn't matter that much. We're walking back that way anyway. All right, we got a whole stack of gold, which is kind of cool. We're gonna leave this. I don't need this. Houndmaster common item. Yeah, I don't care about that anymore. Do you have any abilities? Yeah. Okay, we'll go ahead and check. I met quirks. She did, but nothing that I really cared that much about losing. I'm not gonna push these right now. I don't need the extra stress. I really don't need the extra stress against these guys in this mission, because this mission's already gonna be bad enough as it is. If we run into any more bosses or anything like that.
Glittering ruby, gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
I don't care about money anymore, guys. I might even just leave this ruby. I don't think I care about this ruby. I mean, we're gonna find another ruby right after I say I don't care about this ruby, but I don't care about the ruby. I'm not gonna give you your blood yet. I'm gonna wait till we get to close to a fight first. You're noticing I'm basically like, I just dropped a ruby like it was nothing. That's because right now I'm at a stage in the game where like I have enough money. I'm really just looking for crests and other things like this.
Wealth
These crests are way better for us.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I'll keep this one stack of gold that I already have fully stacked, but otherwise I don't really care that much. I think I'd take this, not over the blood for sure. Is there anything I take it over? I could make the argument to just take it over the gold. A whole stack of gold feels real weird, but I could. Could also just drop the medicinal herbs. We got enough food that we can go through the whole mission without worrying about medicinal herbs. Hunger check is annoying. The thing I was thinking about was, do we want to drop the medicinal herbs if we could use them later? But honestly, I probably don't need the medicinal herbs that much. I mean, we've gone through a decent chunk of the mission. Not a lot, but I'm going to ignore that. I don't care about that. I don't need the extra gold. I don't need the extra damage that it deals to us.
Fortune, wow, waiting to be spent.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can take these. I really don't think I can take this money. I mean, what would you drop if you were me, right? You could make an argument that I could start using my torches right now, and I wouldn't fault you for that. But it's only going to get us to 4, and then we're going to have 8 left, and we're going to have to finish the whole mission on 8 of them. And a firewood use? I don't know. I don't know if it's really worth it. I'll
The
do
way
it.
is lit. The path is clear.
I'll do
We
it.
require only the strength to follow it.
We'll get a decent ways before our torch burns out. Yeah, this is probably still gonna be more than fine. I'm just a little bit careful with my torch use. Well, it's gonna make up for it, huh?
Packs laden with loot are often
Okay.
low on supplies.
So I don't like to interact with this curio in general unless I have the bandages, because this curio gave us slow draw as a bad quirk, I think even on this class last time. We're not going to interact with that curio unless I have the bandages. Okay, I'm waiting for a fight. There's the first one. That's our first roaming fight. That could be the thing from the stars. Any one of these could be the thing from the stars at any time, right?
A handsome reward
I mean,
for a task well performed.
dude, what in the world is with this money? I mean, non-stop. Like, wow. This is not a money-finding mission. That's not the goal of this mission. I mean, it's always the goal of the mission, but not like our implied goal. I'm gonna leave that. That sucks, but I'm going to. Hunger check. Man. Fight. Thing from the stars. Okay, nope. I'm waiting on that. That's the big fight I'm worried about in this mission. Sure. Okay, you want to be up front. That's not a big deal. The leper's gonna have to use something else here. She can't move because she just moved this turn, which is kind of funny. All right. Yep. That's annoying. I might use... I'm just gonna use revenge here, because he can't move without causing problems for the flagellant here. All right. This is the downside of this team, is that we have this awkward situation where we have 3 frontliners, but we're not in a bad spot. It's just the leper really needs to be up front, like really wants to be in slot 1, and he's got kind of progressively pushed back a bit, but we're okay right now.
Their
That's fine.
formation is
Remember, all
broken.
of our guys already have the Cryptic Curse. What's going to happen? They're going to get more cursed. You know. I mean, they could theoretically kill us because that raw damage is insane. All right, just hit him for raw damage. We do want to use this adrenaline rush to get rid of that, but we can't afford it yet. I need to kill at least one of these guys off to pull a little bit of stress off of us here. I say that. I might actually literally do that too. Remove some stress. I want the leper up there, but he just hasn't had a choice here. Okay, now we'll switch these guys. And then the next fight, I can actually, you know, they're actually all in spots where they can meaningfully do something now. All right, just need one more round. This guy's just dead, so that's good. Yep,
Continue the onslaught.
we're just fine here.
Destroy them
All right, heal somebody
all.
random, I guess. See, now I suddenly turned him into our healer. See what I'm talking about here? Now we'll have you heal, get rid of that, and then we'll have the leper deal with the second one.
Destroy.
And then now there's just one major enemy, which is not as big of a deal. Remove some stress. And then whatever happens with this guy. I don't really care that much.
Beyond one's limits.
Even better. Even better. All right. We'll heal this guy. Then I can focus on putting food only on my
Obliterated.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
The money on this mission is wild. Do I just drop the keys? Like, yeah, there's a chance that I find a secret room, right? But like, how much money am I just gonna keep leaving behind with the hope that I find a secret room? Like, it doesn't even, like, what's the trade-off? And I'm not taking the gems and stuff. We just don't have the space for all of that, unfortunately. I already left Ruby behind. I need the food. I'm not gonna start playing with food until I go all the way on around this left hook and come back. Food is not being dropped until then. Just not doing it. And shovels I'm not dropping until I get some more information. I need to at least get that far before I drop shovels. So I don't think there's really a choice to drop here. I literally cannot drop these potent salves. And the firewood... The firewood? I don't care about camping. Yeah, let's do that. Like, we don't really need to camp right now. Our guys are fine. Oh, let's fix this right now. Leopard front. Yeah, let's fix this before I do something stupid. Alright, now I'll use the torch here. We'll probably just use the torches until we get to the far left hook, and then we'll just use... Well, I guess we have no choice now. I just realized I just threw away our other torches because I threw away that campfire. Okay, so we can't use the torches. I guess we can use one more torch here to finish this hallway off. And then we, for the rest of the mission, have to go on the rest of the torch light we have.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Okay. Just bleed the big guy, I guess. I guess I could also go for a breakthrough here, but that's going to place the flagellant in the back slot. I can't do that. Just go for as much damage as we can. Just a slow fight here. Yep. Removing the light. Is he decreasing the light? That's annoying. All right, this is the fight where I'm talking about this. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spam like 3 battle ballads, and then I'm just gonna go for. I'm gonna probably do like 2 battle ballads, a solo, and then immediately go for a finale on the big guy. That's what we're gonna do this fight, because his big thing is like he just has so much health. It's like so much health. I could also do like decrease the damage of this. Oh, hold on. Intimidate? Intimidate could hit the stealth person. Well, I don't care about that. The flagellant's gonna hit them. That's the goal, then. We're gonna do this. And I'm gonna try to just kill this guy in like 3 hits. Yep, that's fine. Now he's gonna hit with like that tree smackdown ability, whatever it is. Yeah, that hurts a lot. And he hit. Dirty.
Perched at the very precipice
You dirty.
of oblivion.
Well, one upside is that he can heal himself. He doesn't really care that much, huh? He can't feed, or he can't feed. I was gonna say he can't eat food. Say he can't feed sounds like a weird thing to say there. I guess I kind of am priced into making sure this guy doesn't just die, right? He's on death's door with like a death blow resistance of 83, but you know, like with my luck, he might just die here, and that would be catastrophic. I'm gonna heal. Feels really bad because I wanted to hit the back too, but I'd rather him just not die here. And hit him. Let's get him set up to where he's got like low amounts of raw health here. Battle ballad again. Then we move to the front, and then we hit. So that'll give our leopard 2 hits against the frontliner. 2 big raw hits. Hopefully that'll be enough to get him low, like a lot.
Masterfully
Maybe he just kills him on his own. Okay, that'll work too. If you're gonna take half his health off in 1 hit, that's pretty good. All right, cool. All right, then here I'll have to Rhinosaurus the back. I need to start working on these guys. Yeah, that leopard hit was really, really juicy. Tree. Oh no, this is good. Poison spores is nothing. That's like his less stressful ability in terms of overall like damage. Really care here. I kind of shifted focus over to the backline because I'm kind of admitting that this guy's probably just dead anyway. We might not even need the Jester.
Prodigious
my
size
God.
alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay, he two-shot him. You need the blood? Yeah. I'm gonna reclaim here. Offset the damage he's taken from blight. That's fine.
Darkness closes in.
Remove stress to this guy right now. Let's get that out of here. Use your little stressful incantation nonsense. That's fine. Gonna give him like 40 stress. Yeah, because it's night. Cool. Kill the second guy. Holy crap, this dude just crit 3 times in a row. Skip the gold. At this point, you need to upgrade the village more than you need to upgrade the people. Yeah. He's crit 3 times in a row. That is insane. 42 3 times in a row is the answer to the universe, as I've been told. Right? This guy, she just dies on her own. Oh, I was looking for the crit. That's what I was hoping for. Awesome. You gonna let her flagellate go? Oh, wow, that's nice. Yes. Yes. Get out of here with the big heal before it's all over.
Confidence surges
Amazing.
as the enemy crumbles.
Oh my god. There's so much money. There's so much money. My goodness, man. Oh my god. I was gonna say if we end up finding, okay. Alright, cool. Now I don't feel as bad. I was gonna say if we end up finding like one of these special secret rooms, I'm gonna feel so bad. Never mind, we just found it, so now we got the answer. Okay, so this is a clear case where we drop the blood, because it's gonna get used immediately anyway. I guess we hold it till the secret room. The shovels we're probably gonna have to just accept. We're gonna have to end up dropping that here in a bit. But now we're at a stage where the torches get burned really quickly, and we just push through what, 3 infected corpses? Man. We're gonna be taking 3 trapezahedrons here. The potent sounds, I'm probably will find that last one. There's probably one of those in this hallway. I can probably lean on that. Well, this obviously we're gonna top that off no matter what we do here. Consolidate that a bit. Food-wise, we're okay. Yeah, the check, like we're paying our dues here. Even the blood is paying our dues as well. We're playing very conservatively. At that stage, left over like, you know, deeds, torches, busts. All these things are kind of like whatever items. We're probably going to end up just dropping these 3 stacks of gold for 3 trapezahedrons. Right? That's probably the goal. Or I could be greedy and just like, you know, take the torch, use the torches right now. And drop the rest and just go go torchless for the rest of the mission. Obviously we take the key, we have the space for it. I'm just gonna leave the money. Feels real weird. We will come back. We've got so much stuff. There we go, that's fantastic. That's so good. That's what we wanted. That relieves a little bit of that stress in the trapezahedron problem. Alright, I'm not using the torches, guys. Like I said, there's no fight in this hallway, so there's no reason to do it. There's the downside that I could run into fights on the way back. Hunger check is a little crazy here. Oh, never mind. We still have a stack of 12, right? Because I was playing conservative. We're just fine. Alright, let's walk back here. Luckily, we haven't seen any new enemies spawn, which is great. This is going to stress our inventory a bit, but that's okay. We can drop the keys after this, and I'm going to do that. We're going to take...
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
For gold.
Now it must be carried home.
So now I might just burn the torches. No, I still want to... I guess I'll use the food. We have 2 food here. Yeah, that's pretty good here. Like this, and then we just go with this. Oops. I'm gonna leave the key. We're not gonna. There's nothing I'm gonna find in this game that's better than 3 trapezahedrons just like this. This is the perfect time to drop the keys. All right, let's get out of here. Yes, there is a room coming up here, you know, that had a treasure chest in it. I guess earlier I could have opened it, but I was thinking about, you know, I usually try to leave my chest for the trip back, but I'm not that bothered by this. The fact that we, you know, missed a little bit of what could have been in this thing, so be it. We still didn't even get punished. Look at this. I mean, Exacxies. We gotta... The key was in the chest. All right, we're sitting real pretty here. We get back to this main hall. The only concern I have, again, there's only one real problem. Only one possible thing that could happen that would really suck for us here. Oh, okay. Well, that's really good. Craving. That changes things a bit. If this fight is the thing from the stars, we're in a really good spot because then we've got a dude that's already on, you know, extra damage off of Bloodlust. They've all got the Bloodlust. This is the perfect time. Okay. Sure. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. Okay, we'll kill the guy in the back, I guess. I could light the torches. I'm gonna wait until after this fight. What's his dodge? 9? Let's just kill him. Wow, that's like no damage. Oh, 33% protection. Alright, get to the front, please. And then after that, we will probably actually start increasing the torch here just a little bit. Get it off of the perfect crit. That way they aren't just like guaranteed a crit. I can burn 1 here. Let's go for a battle ballad here. Okay, you don't want to be targeted with the battle ballad. He's like, I refuse to listen to your loot. Okay, dude. It's not that big of a deal. Him being stressed out is not a concern here. That's so much damage. Like, look, I'm at that 29. That looked like so much, though. It's a lot of damage. Yep. Alright, kill the guy in the back. We have to. Or he can just dodge it again, I guess. Yep. That's the thing we gotta kill. That's the big concern. This thing in the front's doing a lot of damage to us. Man, him getting to attack twice in that stress is kind of brutal. He should have been dead. He dodged. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna start removing stress from people. Yep. I like, oh my god. He's having these little act outs where he loves the stress. That's awesome. Him being bloodlusted is helping a lot here in this fight. Yep. Alright, lowered speed isn't gonna matter that much here. Would you stop that?
Press this advantage. Give them no
Now the lever's gonna go? That's fine. And that's annoying. Switch her back. Alright, just hit him. I think he's gonna bleed out, actually. Yeah, he's just gonna bleed out. Remove some stress while we can. Alright, now I'm gonna start applying these,
Monster's size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Now I'm gonna start using these torches pretty aggressively right when I get up to the doorway of this next room where our next fight is for the rest of the mission. Feels bad leaving all these onyxes behind. This bloodthirst ring is cute, but like multiple times I've ignored it on missions. I've been like, I don't really need that, so why am I gonna grab it now? Alright. Set ourselves up for this fight here. Hopefully we get...
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
I keep getting interrupted because every single time I go to talk, like, there's some random thing that happens. Alright, that's fine. I'm trying to use my torches or wait till the end because we've only got a few more rooms left. So now I'm going to use the torches here, and I'm going to push it to the highest limit.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
The rest of this mission is just downhill. Oh, wow. Except for a possible roaming boss. Somehow we managed to not attract the fanatic this mission, which is good. Would you stop missing? She just missed in the last fight too against the stressful incantation dude, the occultist. That's why I'm like annoyed. Move stress. Damage is not really a concern. I mean, these guys deal damage, but I don't really care about that. We have our flagellant to undo real damage here. Not quite enough. It's gonna take him to 1. Yep. Well, never punish on that guy. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. That means he's going to take the next fight, and the next round he's just going to basically be removing all of that damage. Yep, that's fine. Yep, heal yourself. Heal the leopard. Let's undo all that nonsense. Get 1. A dodge. The 24 dodge. Get out of here, dude. Alright, got 1. Alright, and then we'll start removing stress from our flagellant because he's getting stressed out. One's dead over there and the other one's not. It's alright. All this random, just passive bleed that's going on over there is annoying. Alright. She's hitting pretty good now after I yelled at her the very first time. Okay, how many times are you gonna bleed? Okay, you missed. Nope, you still got it. You still blood us again. This guy, I don't think they've missed a bleed. I mean, they've missed an attack, which I guess also includes that. Okay, you don't wanna be inspired either. All right. All right, we're gonna go for a weaker heal and do heal again on him, anyways. It just is what it is. It's just gonna be a weaker heal because you don't get to use them constantly. It's weaker every single time he does it, but it's still better than nothing. Take out this one. It's like a struggle to hit you, but when I finally hit you, you feel it. All right, that's fine. Get out of here, dude. Man, the dodges. Ugh. Yep, that's fine. Just not the flagellant, I don't care. Alright, you deserve that. Alright, she's removing her own stress. Alright. I'm just gonna use this just to give the flagellant a second to heal a bit. Alright. Remove this thing's dodge. Stop dodging. No more. Oh, wait. It removes... Is it... No, it gives him extra dodge. I need to read the ability. For some odd reason I was thinking this is the wrong character. This gives him himself 27 dodge. That's okay. Alright. I wish that he could reclaim on himself, but he can't, which is awful. Alright. Can you just kill this guy, please? Okay. Alright, well you can't even do anything, which is real awkward. I guess you can break through. Easily have her in slot 4, so that's... Oh man, the gold.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
An argument can be made here that now I can probably drop these torches. For the gold. I've only got 2 torches left. Let's do it.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Switch around. He's gonna throw a... Watch, he's gonna be like... Not want to switch spots. Never mind, it's because I selected him that he didn't do it. Whining thing where he's like, I don't want to move spots. I'm like, just move. Stop wasting time. Alright, hopefully this isn't the thing from the stars with this guy being so low and already bleeding out, but you know, it is what it is. Man, we keep running into these ectoplasms. Like, everywhere. Alright, please kill the guy in the back very quickly. He's the one that was annoying to us our last fight. He gets to go stuff. Leave that dude alone. Leave him alone. Well, the upside is you just gave him a big attack steroid, which is really nice. That's cool. Alright, remove that stress from him. Huh. I'm just thinking about whether or not I want to use the solo, but I guess the solo would be bad here, because that would put our, in the back. Yeah. I'm not going to heal it yet. I'm going to push it 1 round, and then we'll heal after this. Of course. That's fine. He ain't dead, so it's fine. Alright. And then here, we should probably be disciplined enough to heal. I probably need to. This is where it's nice to have Exsanguinate instead of having Redeem, because it's just him that's getting hit. So Exsanguinate would be the strictly better ability here, but it just hasn't landed that way. I'm gonna be greedy and not use it. I'm gonna try to go for killing the backliner. Yeah, he's just dead. And then after that, I can use my leper to kill the front guy, and even if he goes to death's door, he doesn't die because he won't get bled. If I can kill the front ectoplasm instantly, then we're fine. Okay. This ectoplasm attacks my flagellant, I'm gonna be depressed. Cool, don't even care then. Totally fine, not even punished, doesn't even matter, cool. Alright, now we'll take a second to heal with my guy. You got it. You do what you gotta do here. Alright, offset that. Heal a bit. Would you guys chill? Okay. They're all doing what they want to do here. I need to kill this guy before he splits again. Would you? They're all just randomly doing crap. I need to kill these guys when I have the chance. Yeah, awkward, but I'd probably just remove stress. I can't move him to the front and use the finale. If I do that, then that puts our back 2 guys as the characters who can't attack from that slot. So we're just gonna go for the kill on the big one. Hope that's enough to give us some time here. He might use Psychokinesis, but that's okay. Okay, well, fine. We're just totally fine then. Alright.
The will to fight falters.
Oh, there's no will to fight faltering. We're doing fine. Would you just accept my love? Stop dodging my banjo here. My loot. Kill this dude, please.
A singular strike.
He missed first, the second time he's like, you know what, I won't miss this time. Alright, use that food. Actually, we can stack it. We don't have to use it. I'm not taking this money. I am, ooh, oh, we did find more. I do want this more than money at this stage. I do want crests more than money, so now we start to drop the money. Feels really weird, but... We're also walking out of here with multiple stacks. We're not really crying for money. We're fine. All right, we're out of torch. We're burning on whatever we got now. Whatever happens is whatever happens. Any more random hallway fights? No hallway fights. That's the end of the mission. There's no wandering thing from the stars, nothing. Wow. Holy crap, no wandering bosses or anything, it looks like. Use our shovel here. Do we have any more? Oh, look. Another random obstacle at the end. We can't even drop the thing yet. You suck. I was thinking it'd be nice to be able to just drop this random remaining shovel here, last few shovels, to be able to take items, but we can't even do that. The game put a obstacle in the very last hallway. Okay, this is fine. Alright. I could de-stealth the bad guy, right? Can't he de-stealth the bad guy? Was that really worth it? We can't... Nobody in our team hits the bad guy directly without... Oh yeah, we don't even need to do that. We're not doing that. We're just gonna go for an immediate kill here. Just kill the front guy. Oh, the dodge is insane, man. You already had the focus ring. Why are you missing so much? Stop it. Oh, that's not very much damage. That's okay. We're gonna be fine. It's just annoying. All right. Give everybody some extra accuracy here, I guess. Apparently we need it. +8 accuracy is pretty good. 7 crit on the guy with no health. Why? Why is that the one that got hit for a 7 crit? Why is that how that happened? Come on, game. Really?
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Am I literally gonna lose my Jester off of a random 18 crit? Is that how it's gonna go? Is that how I'm gonna lose this? I'm not going to let that happen. This is why we have this. No. No stupid. No random stupid crap. None of that. Get that cheese out of here. Because literally, that's all that is. That's cheese. Getting hit for 17 on that guy is just stupid. Alright. Let's end this mission before something stupid happens. Yeah, you got it. I could chance this, move him to the front, give him 27 dodge. What's his dodge already? His dodge is 12? Oh yeah, because he keeps getting hit by that. Nah. Hopefully he doesn't get attacked. That's all I can do is just say hopefully he doesn't get attacked. Cool, that's fine. I'm gonna use Reclaim to heal this guy when the guy gets to go here. And then we're gonna use a leper to take the front guy off here. Oh great, even better. Oh great, so he's just dead. That's fantastic. So we're just fine then. Awesome.
A victory.
We got to go first.
Perhaps a turning point.
And that random 17 crit was disgusting on our Jester. Get out of here. Alright, this guy's got
this
what?
Expedition at least promises success.
Oh no. 3 rounds of bleed. He could die from any of this. Oh, we know we have food. We have food. Okay, we have food. Oh, I was gonna say he could just die from walking. I can't take any of these things, unfortunately. It's so awkward. I guess I can. I can go like this. The mission's over. Let's just take this food. Accept that. We're gonna get hit by a stress check off of food, but it won't matter because there's no fight left. I don't care. Fantastic. Alright, we're gonna get hit by a stress check, and that's okay. I don't care. There's no fights left. It's gonna be probably a food thing here. Yep. That's the end of the mission. We're gonna press forward one more because we have the shovel to do so, and just see what's on the other side of this and see if there's anything of value. What is that? Oh, it's a stump. I don't care that much. I don't want to get a random hunger check or some stupid crap based off of that. Let's just go. All right.
Good fortune and
considering
hard work may yet arrest this plague.
When I say considering, what I mean is what I expected might spawn in that mission, right? There was a chance we'd see the Fanatic, there was a chance we'd see the Collector, and there was also a chance we would see the thing from the stars. We saw none of them, which is a little uneventful in terms of like the overall scheme of like, you know, You're here to watch the spectacle when nothing crazy happened, but at the same time, I'm happy about it. We didn't have to run into all that nonsense. And we also walked out with a Beast Slayer's Ring, and despite the fact that it wasn't a money-finding mission, we walked out with quite a bit of money despite that. 2,400 gold, or 24,000 gold, plus just some arbitrary amount of crest, which is good. It's good. We also leveled some guys to level 4, which is great, because now we can actually go beat the hag. Oh, and hot to trot. Coming in hot is a nice one there. Overventure, we don't care about that much. Dark Temptation's bad. But hot to trot's a nice roll.
Pallid light filters its way through the rotting boughs.
All right.
Let us press on.
Oh, I've been thinking about getting this item from random missions anyways. I can just buy it outright. Very rare Crimson or Sanguine Snuff. Extra crit if you have the Crimson Curse Bloodlust. Extra dodge if you have the Crimson Curse Bloodlust. I've been thinking about this item in general. It's actually kind of interesting, right? Like, if you think about who would want this item, it's really just pretty much like 2 characters I can think of. Maybe 3. I guess it's not as bad on a few of the classes that I'm giving it credit for. Crit is crazy, right? That, again, damage, that's like the equivalent of like a 30% damage buff across an entire mission. Now, Bloodlust, you might think, is like, well, that's not very good. You have to use it at the right time. But again, very powerful against specific... No, if I brought this with us to the Crimson Court, and I had 4 guys that have the Crimson Curse, it's very likely that I'll actually be able to use this to some level of effect. I think this item is actually pretty powerful. It's just that it's a far more niche use. Its use would be like, if I have like 4 guys or 3 guys that have the Crimson Curse, I'm rolling around with like a jester who wants dodge, but also would really like to make sure his finale crits. Because, you know, obviously the whole point of finale is to hit for, like, upwards of 50 damage. That's your goal out of your support character. And to be able to guarantee that happens, you want to make sure that your crit is as high as possible, and this would kind of just push that over the edge. And in addition to that, you have to remember, Bloodlust also gives a plain plus 25% raw damage boost in general, which, paired with this, would just essentially almost kill every single random big guy in the game, and then most bosses would probably lose half their health instantly. And if they're at half health, then they just die, right? So, pretty powerful. I'm just going to buy this for completion's sake. I don't necessarily know how often we'll use it, but it's still a cool item, and then I don't have to go do a mission to get it later on. After that, let's go and look and see. I don't think there's anything we're even close to right now in the districts to upgrade. Well, there might be the puppet theater, but the random thing that you can upgrade for the jester, the performance hall. I'm not doing that. That's like a later thing. I'm not upgrading one class. Minus 10% stress. It's not to everybody else. Plus 2 speed is fine. Finale. I mean, it's good. I mean, you can make an argument that it might actually be good right now because it would help us against the hag. Because if I'm going to go fight the hag right now, maybe it is worth doing it. The problem with it is it's like the cost is real, right? I lose a blueprint. Although if I beat the hag, I get the blueprint right back, right? Yeah. Adrenaline rush. Solemnity. Probably need to go with a... Man. There's no ability to hit the backline, which is awful against the hag. Neither... Well, she's going to be our primary damage dealer against the hag, right? He can't do almost anything to the hag, but he can essentially guarantee between this guy and our flagellant, the two of them can almost guarantee that the pot never gets to hold a person for more than like a round or two. And then everybody else has a built-in heal, and then our jester can do an enormous amount of damage from the finale in the last round when we need him to do an enormous amount of damage and finish something off. Spamming a bunch of abilities. I think that's a good plan. The question I have is whether or not it's better to bring Dupe Esquire, which is what I've been thinking about, right? Like, the problem with this character is I think she's better than Evel for this mission. While Evel is more powerful and can essentially destroy the pot, you have to remember Dupe Esquire can literally Hound's Harry, just perpetually attack the hag and just kill her. Just keep her down. I think that's still better. That's how I'm gonna bring this squad. That also brings a little bit of the pressure down from the blood, which is good to on us. So this is going to be our squad, I guess. It's going to be Halaker, although I could bring Theon. Theon has Beast Hater. Actually, that's probably better. Yeah, I think so. I think this is the squad. So we bring, like, this. Uh-oh. Going and beating the Hag, though, also puts us in a situation where we might not be able to bring this Jester to future missions on the Cryptic Courtyard. Hold on. Resolved experience... XP, Darkest Dungeon. I'm pretty good at this. In general, it's like 3 for a low level, and it goes up by like 1 for each like additional thing you add. Veteran difficulty bosses are 8 EXP. Yeah, this guy's gonna hit level 5 very easily. Oh, I say very easily. It's Xaxes. Man, that sucks. How about you? Well, actually, you're gonna stay at level 4. Nice. You would level up, of course. So bringing Dupe Esquire, okay, so here's the thought process. I could intentionally not bring Halaker so he could be with us for the Crocodilian fight. Bring Dupe Esquire. I don't really care about the Abomination going with us or not. I don't care if he out levels. I haven't really been using him too much. So the thing about bringing this Abomination is the upside of the Abomination is he can attack from slot 1, and if he gets taken into the pot and then put back into slot 1, he can continue to attack as if he was already there. He can also use Absolution to heal himself off Death's Door. Same way with the Houndmaster, I can take Hound's Rush and hit him no matter what. I can also use Lick Wound to get him off Death's Door. I can also bring Crevicore, switch her, have her up front. I can heal her, get her off Death's Door. You're getting a kind of a theme here. The overall goal would be to essentially guarantee that no matter who gets rolled in the front, when they get dropped to 0, they still have the ability to get off Death's Door. I can also bring Drew here. Again, the problem with bringing this class is now we have another issue like we had in the last mission where we have 3 frontliners. But that's not as big of a deal, right? It's not that big of a deal. As we just saw, we can handle it. It's just that she can't really do her Iron Swan trick. The upside, though, is she can still hit if it bleeds. If it bleeds, can still reach her in the back. And all of these other characters can still hit her, except for, of course, our Abomination. You might think, well, why would you want to use the Abomination? Well, he's not using Rake. He can still Rage her. Rage still hits her in slot 3. So they can all hit slot 4. And they can all get off Death's Door instantly. Especially if I bring, if I get rid of, like, Reclaim and I bring... Instead of bringing Redeem, I guess I would offset Redeem and then take Exsanguinate this mission. Exsanguinate does a lot of damage, remember. That's the whole point of Exsanguinate. It's a lot of damage to a single target, and then you heal for that amount, or some amount as well. So he can go to 0, somebody gets taken into the pot, he's at 0, he Exsanguinates, hits the pot, saves them, him himself heals a bunch. There's a little bit of synergy there. Now, he can't hit slot 4, as we've talked about. That's not going to be his goal. I mean, he can hit slot 4 just inefficiently with Reign of Sorrows, which does stack with the bleed resist stacks. Actually, that's probably pretty good. So if he starts the mission off with the Reign of Sorrows on her, and then after that, we let our other guys to start stacking blood stacks on her, then we're going to be in a really good spot here. Again, there is an argument to be made. I could bring the Jester for this reason. The Jester would be very, very strong against her, but I don't want this guy to get out. I don't want him to over-level. Drew is going to be on, if he gains 8, that's going to put him right below the tier of 5, which means that he's going to still be at level 4 and be right there to help us go beat that Crocodilian and beat that mission. I need him for that. Or I need the flexibility of being able to choose him for that, because the reality is there's a real chance after this mission we walk out with 3 guys that are stressed out and we don't get to go just immediately roll in that mission. Although we're not being pressured to go beat that mission, like immediately. I just want to be able to get rid of the Crimson Curse as many people as I can and make that flexible option there. So I think this is a pretty obvious case where a Sacred Scroll, that sucks that that's what we're going to get, but we're going to go do this anyways, even though we don't get a really good item off this mission. What is this? Cleansing Crystal. That's another item I'd like to get a copy of at some point. That seems pretty good. Pretty good on a few classes, particularly like the Man-at-Arms, people who are like super tanks that don't really apply anything themselves. Like the Man-at-Arms does not apply any of those things. So, but I'm not like excited about any. What is that item? I've never seen this before. Gambler's Charm, plus 15% max HP, minus death blow resist. Okay. Take some extra health to make sure that you never get to Death's Door. Okay. Yeah, I think this is we're priced in. We have to do this now that we actually have the old extra damage on this mission. So Again. 2 level 3s, 2 level 4s. I think this is probably the best comp I can bring against her. Make sure that we have the right thing selected. I can level these abilities up. This goes to 4, yeah. Hound's Harry for sure. This, I'm gonna bring the heal instead here to make sure people are topped off during the fight. We're gonna get rid of Target Whistle. Yikes. What's people's stress at? Man. I don't have a stress reliever if I get rid of the Cry Hat. Oh, never mind, I have Haliker. Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna take a route. I'm gonna take a mission off of. I'm gonna get rid of the Cry Havoc, and I'm gonna select Target Whistle because I want to make sure that we have somebody who can remove armor. Because I don't want to take any chances that we get into a fight where there's like 3 guys that are mushrooms and they're all like 33%, 50% protection, and we have no real meaningful way of getting through all that damage. Although everybody in the team does do bleed, we aren't rolling with the leper. It isn't as big of a deal. We don't need the raw damage like to get through. We really just need to be able to bleed them over multiple rounds. So maybe an argument can be made that it's still better. But no, I can also mark. Does anybody consume mark on this team besides the Dupe Squire? No. It's still probably worth it though, right? I don't know. I'm trying to think of like synergistically. I don't think we really have the capacity to pick like a mark-based comp here. Yeah, we can't do that. We don't really have the people to do that. I need to make sure I've leveled up everything here. We're just gonna evolve everything here. I'm not gonna walk in there non-ready with my abomination. All right, let's go ahead and get ready here. I guess the abomination just is rage requirement to be in slot 1. It doesn't. That's good. None of these really require that. There's ironically an argument to be made that I could try to bring. I could, if I really wanted to, try to bring the broken key combo like we've been doing. I've fought against the hag, so I can actually look this up. That was my rule, right? I can look up a hag and see what her basic abilities are. Again, check. What's your base stun resist? She has 120% stun resist at level 2. So this guy's stun resist, or stun ability on this ability is 120. So she's got a 0% chance to be stunned. And then if we throw on a broken key at 35%, she's got a 35% chance to be stunned. Then you throw on top of that the other item that increases stun chance. So she'd have a 55% chance of being stunned. That's not bad. A 50-50 chance to be stunned. I'd much rather just rage her, just kill her though. Like this does so much damage. This crit mod is 10%. Like just rage her, just kill her. Have everybody kind of have an ability to heal off Death's Door. Let's just stick with what the original plan was. Let's have a way to get everybody off Death's Door and let's just roll with it. Oh wait, we do need to bring Cry Havoc. We are not bringing the Jester. So we have no meaningful way of undoing stress. Okay. We do have Therapy Dog, and we probably will end up using that. And we do have Slash of Solace on a single person. We also have the Quickening and Psych Up. Psych Up's pretty strong here. We also have Sharpened Spear. I'll probably Sharpen Spear. Oh, I guess we also have Revel. Revel is not the greatest because it removes your accuracy, but the upside to it is it removes 20 stress, and, you know, that's quite a bit. And decreases stress for like a while, which is pretty solid. I think we'll probably be fine on stress, actually, now that I look at this. If in position 1, this is not going to ever matter in this mission. We're just going to have her Sharpen Spear and constantly use if it bleeds. That's what she's going to be doing the whole fight. Okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, and Slam can be used from slot 3. That's good, too. She has the ability. She doesn't have the ability to move forward anymore. Actually, she does. I don't need Iron Swan. Take Breakthrough. Because Iron Swan's never going to use, and Breakthrough we saw before actually has some good utility in slot 4 to get her out of slot 4 if she's stuck in it. Okay, that's fine. And then we need to bring some blood. Hopefully we'll be able to dodge the old Fanatic again. That'd be nice, right? Alright, what did Evel have item-wise here? No, it's just these two guys that had items. I can just pull the items off. I was going to remove all the items, but two of the characters already have the items I want on them, so I don't want to have to remove them and go through that whole process of finding them again. Alright, cool. So, for the Abomination, sort by rarity here, the Abomination is pretty accurate already, right? Yeah, 100% accuracy on his abilities. He's pretty accurate. Realistically, I don't think there's any, like, there's no, like, specific item I want him to have. I really wish I had the padlock right now to remove that stress that he'd be just adding to people over the course of the mission, but that's okay. Let's just give him the surgical gloves, have him crit, because he's already going to be dealing 8% crit. I'm sorry, 10% crit on rage. Then you add on an extra 8% on top of that, and then we can also stack an extra item on top of that, maybe like 5% crit here. What's the hag again? She's a human? We have human damage ring. Extra damage versus human. Decreases dodge by 8. I could do that. I could also just give him flat extra damage. Just give him like the Lock of Fury, plus 10% damage, plus 3 speed. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. The max HP I don't really care so much about. Remember, the max amount of health isn't going to matter as much in this mission because everybody's going to do is go to Death's Door if she puts them in a pot, and then we're going to heal them right back off Death's Door. I don't know if she's going to be rolling around at the Ancestors map. I guess we can decide that in a second here. She's not going to be super reliable as a damage dealer. She's mostly going to just be trying to stack bleed and get like occasional damage off. But again, she's actually pretty high in base damages now at this stage in the game. She's level 3. She's got all of her abilities at level 4. I don't know. I don't want to give her more than just one thing, but she's not the person I should be giving Ancestors map to in general. It should be our Houndmaster, because the Houndmaster has high base trap resistance or removal anyway, right? Like, look at these two characters. 70% versus 50%. Yeah, he's the guy that should be using the Ancestors map in general. And then after that, I'll probably give him. I could give him a number of items. But this again, it's a boss fight. I don't need to be greedy and use a Seer Stone on a boss fight. So on this one, since he's already got 25 dodge, I'll probably select something like a camouflage cloak just to get him to 40% dodge. Just kind of crazy. And then on her, I could do a few different things here. Again, since this is a human we're fighting up against, I could just give her a Manslayer's ring. Be fine. It's not exciting by any stretch, but yeah, I think this is what I'll stick with. We got to keep in mind that our Flagellant is starting the mission off on 40% stress, which is not trivial, but we can remove some of it through the Howl. The downside is we don't have the targeted stress relief that we have when we have our Jester. The upside is we do have Lash of Solace on this character, which is the single best stress reliever in the game. I think we'll be fine. Let's go beat her. Downside that we get the Sacred Scroll, which really sucks. Of all the items that we'd roll here, an item I already have a rare one of. But I'm not gonna not go do this fight, especially since we now have a XP boost. What am I trying to say? XP boost on this mission. Look how many times we've gone to the Wield. We're already on level 7 at the Wield. What happened? We started going to the Wield a lot apparently. All right, make sure we bring blood. Don't screw that up. We're almost out of blood too. Man. Oh, we have to go to the Crimson Courtyard after this mission, but that's the goal though, right? That was always the goal, so that's fine. We're gonna take all the food. This is a boss mission. I'm gonna be prepared. So Wield, bring 4, medicinal herbs, bandages. If we lose this mission, it's not gonna be because of bleed and blight. It's gonna be because of stress. Medium mission, 4 is fine. I just really hope we don't have to backtrack a bunch. I'm gonna bring 4 holy water here, that way we can like keep us from bleeding. I don't know if she can bleed. I think she possibly can, like meat tenderize her. She used that against us in a previous fight. If she meat tenderizes you when you're on Death's Door, you could bleed out. I'm gonna try to, I guess, use holy water and give us as much chance to survive as possible. Again, I'm not really worried about resources in this mission. I'm not trying to find treasures. Whatever I find is whatever I find, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Alright, anything else I need to bring here? I think I've got everything. Yeah. Let's go beat her, I guess. Let's go try this out. Do you have your slot 3 hit? You have your slot 3 hittable ability here. You have your slot, you have all your abilities. You have slot 3 you can hit. And you have slot 3 you can hit as well, plus you have a heal on yourself. You don't have Cry Havoc. Do I get rid of Hound's Harry? That seems so bad. I want the ability to heal him off Death's Door. I need it. Target Whistle is good if they have a lot of... But we already have so many... Let's switch to this. I don't need Target Whistle as much. This comp all hits bleed except for, of course, our Abomination, but he hits for enough raw damage. I can just spin around, you know, using Manacles or Beast Pile if we have a bunch of tankier guys up front. I'm not going to be switching forms until the fight, the boss fight. Yeah. I don't want to drop Hound's Harry. It's just so efficient at, like, four of fights. It's a great way to start a fight. Alright, let's go.
Her knowledge of horticulturalism and its role in various arcane practices impressed me greatly. My licentious impulse gave way to a genuine professional respect, and together we began to plant, harvest, and brew.
Alright. I think...
There is method in the wild corruption here. It bears a form both wretched and malevolent.
The random treasure room? Alright. I'm gonna step in this hallway. We're not ever gonna go down this entire hallway, but I'm gonna step in the hallway just to see what this curio is. We're gonna grab the bag and we're gonna leave this room. I'm not gonna grab that treasure room. I'm gonna come clear back after we beat the boss to grab it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not grabbing that treasure room at the start of the mission. A little annoying, but you know. Alright. Oh no, you have Sidiomania, don't you?
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I forgot about that. That's not a horrible deal. We've got enough food. Again, I was thinking, you know, it'd be nice to be able to actually get a huge stack of additional food before the mission starts, but that's okay. This mission is relatively straight, so it's not that big of a deal. Like, we're not gonna get punished hard for backtracking as much. So we can make it all the way there on just our 11 torches and become, you know, or I guess get there most of the way and then use our firewood before the fight, and then afterwards, you know, if we need torches on the way back, we'll be fine. Alright, so here, this is what I'm talking about. I just use dog traits immediately. Just start hitting them. Use the dog traits where possible. This guy has a pretty high stun resist, and these guys have good blight resist, right? So you can't do anything here, so we'll just stun. See if you can get lucky and stun the big guy. That'd be funny. That's okay. That's fine. The big guy's the guy I want to bring down right now, so... Yep, that's fine. Curse of Vulnerability is a little annoying, but we dodge it anyway, whatever. Sorrows, take out the back too. Oh, nice! Wow, so much for being stealthy, huh? You're just dead. Heart Prize, annoying. Wow, crit. Alright. Tree smackdown. Poisonous Force is great. We love to see that. Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Alright. Hit this dude. I'm gonna ignore this little fungal battery guy. We're just gonna take out the tank. The huge damage dealer that could just hit us for an absurd amount. Just kill him. Try to stun him. We get lucky with a cheeky stun here. He's dead. He's just out of fight. Awesome. 12 bleed. He's just gonna die. That's awesome. That worked out very well for us. Alright, I'm actually gonna sneak into stress relief here. This guy's just gonna die anyways, just passively. I'm gonna sneak into stress relief here, and I'm going to do the same thing on my Hound. She's gonna take out the big guy, and then after that, we will relieve some stress for the whole team. Great, it went on the flagellant, which is where I really wanted it. And then you can hit him, even though it's not as effective, the Rain of Sorrows, but it'll still give enough bleed that I think it takes him out. Nope, not quite. He has 1 health left.
The beast,
that's okay.
The greater the glory.
Sure. It gives us another chance to remove some stress. That's great. Okay, relax on the random
vision.
Stress.
The end approaches.
All right. He's gonna bleed out on his own. We don't attack him here. Just remove stress. Nice. The stress relief is going on the people we want to see it on. That's great. Absolution, that off. And then I guess I'll just randomly reclaim somebody here. It doesn't really matter. He dodged the bleed anyway. That's great.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
I take this over the money. I don't care about 200 gold. We just leave it. Alright, so I have to... Look at this game, like, forcing us to take one direction. Like, it's like, hey, you have to pick one of these two obstacles and deal with it. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna press by. Like I said, I'm gonna ignore the treasure room for now. We have a lot of items. I don't want to be dumping those right now. There's no reason for that. And in that regard, I guess I just skip everything, because we're coming back, right? I'm gonna go left, even though there's more curios, because if I come back this way, I want to see as many curios as possible on the way back.
A victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
We got a lot of food, so it's not a problem. There's a fight coming up here soon, so I want to keep the torch up as much as possible. I don't want to get caught off guard and like have some random crit that takes, you know, 20% of somebody's health, and then all of a sudden they take, like, the flagellant going to 100% stress is kind of like the nightmare right now. I'd much rather, if he was going to do that, do it right before the boss fight, not this early. I wanted to be stressed out right before the fight. Oh, okay. This is good, because the background, we see this altar. That altar should, I think, give us buffs against this, well, actually, do we still have the... Oh, we still have the dog treats. Fantastic. All right, that works out great here. Awesome. Okay, these guys actually have really high blight resist, which is crazy. Let's just stun one, I guess. Like, 100% blight resist on these guys. Like, that's crazy to me. And then we'll Hound's Harry again and take out the rest of my thing. Oh, never mind, he's dead.
Pummeling.
Middle two just got obliterated in the middle. They're just dead. Chevalier does a lot of damage. He's the highest DPS
the weapon that cuts
enemy
on its
we've
own.
run into in quite a while. He could theoretically hit us for an enormous amount of damage here. Crit for 25 or something stupid. But, you know, we'll kill him after this fight. Subterranean Gear does a lot. 11. See, that's what I'm talking about. If that had crit, that would have put her in Death's Door instantly. It's just so much damage. Like, ridiculous. Look at that. I'm gonna heal her, and then everybody else is gonna dogpile on him. That's so much damage, it's ridiculous. What's this stun? Not that high, actually. I think I can stun him. Cool. And then, since he's got a whole round, I'm actually gonna take a second to heal. And then we'll Hound's Harry, the big guy here. I guess Hound's Rush. And then he'll die next round because he doesn't get the chance to fight back. Actually, he just dies from bleed next round anyways. Great, great. You see what I'm talking about, though? Like, this Chevalier guy, this guy is...
Slowly, gently.
One of the most volatile enemies in the game. He can just... He can kind of steal a mission from you. When you think everything's going well, all of a sudden he comes in and he hits you for 25 crit, something absurd, and just absolutely rocks you. You're like, where did that come from? Like, we were fine. What happened? Yep. And then what are you at? You're gonna heal for 6? Yeah, this is not gonna work. It's not gonna do anything for you. You're already full.
As the fiend falls,
basically.
A faint hope blossoms.
I take the deeds here. I leave the gold. Again, I don't care about gold anymore. Not really. I guess, well, what's your bleed at? Oh, that's a lot of bleed. Yeah. Bleed is a advantage here. I guess I could use a torch. Take the money.
The light.
Doesn't matter.
The promise of safety.
Alright, switch you around. You can't be here. We need to make sure we have a very strict order on the squad. Alright, oh yeah, the Holy Water removes a curio. Well, that's kind of what I want to get rid of, a slow draw. He locked one of the worst quirks. Of course he did. Alright, let's take our chance, see if we can't get rid of this God-fearing... Oh, not God-fearing, slow draw. They'll probably get rid of Cave Phobe, which I want to get rid of as well, but this would be nice to get rid of the expensive one. Slow draw! Awesome! Worked out great. Okay, that's a lot of random obstacles in 2 hallways. Okay, that's fine. We're all right. We got 3 shovels still. Although that does change the end of the mission when we come back, right? We might not actually have enough to go back to this obstacle on the way back. I'm not gonna dig that up. We only have 2 shovels left. Oh wow! Another curio that removes a bad quirk. Okay. I didn't expect this mission to be all about removing bad quirks, but this will work out nice. This is ugly. These guys have so much random protection. Let's bleed out the tank, the one that has the most protection. Start stacking bleed on the guy that's annoying. All right, Houndarium. I need to increase the torch level. I don't want to take a chance we miss. All right, these guys have pretty high blight resist, so I will stun one of them, I guess. Does have a really good stun here. I could also just switch forms and just punch them. Nah. Stick to the plan here, and he dodged it. That sucks. Try to take it the back too if we can. The most damage over time. Although they are going to get some free marks and all that crap. Doesn't look like we've done much to them, but we have. We've set them up for the most damage over the course of the fight. Just they're going to get a good round. Well, him going first is actually great there because he can't run the marked. That's really good for us. Cool. Gonna mark the same guy again? Okay. I think it's funny how they do that. Alright. Come on now, come on. Alright, well, he's gonna just... Well, he's not gonna bleed out. He's gonna get close. Let's stun the guy that can actually really affect us. Oh, I blighted instead. Ha! I still get the blight off. So he's just dead. That's funny. What I was gonna say is let's stun the guy who's going to consume the... rend the mark. Just gonna kill him. Just end this guy. He's the only one that can really deal a lot of damage to us. This guy represents bleed damage, but he's not as scary. I'm gonna actually not use Hound's Harry here. I'm just gonna try to kill the dog.
Press this advantage.
Because the only guy that's left after this fight, at this round, is the fungal battery in the back, this guy that's attacking now. And that makes it so that we can focus this next round on with this guy that's surviving one round. I can sneak in some heals here if I can get away with it. Yeah. Instead of killing everybody. Owl is great. If we can get this off on our flagellant, awesome. 5 is so much. Holy crap. She can heal herself here. I really wish she could heal somebody besides. That's fine. This is really why we need to have this Exsanguinate, because he can't heal himself until he gets really low. There's no real reason to heal her. She can heal herself, right? I guess I heal the dog. Or the Houndmaster. He bled himself, that sucks. I can undo it immediately just by using the bandage or whatever.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Yeah. Okay. We'll top this off. And then after that, I'm not gonna... I guess I could just drop the... Sure. Alright. Here we will use this bandage immediately. And then after that, we will get rid of his Cophobe as well, because I don't want that either. I want God-Fearing. I don't want Nervous, but I don't want to take a chance we lose God-Fearing. That's a quirk I want to get locked and keep. I don't want to use her because I can pay to get rid of Sidiomania, and I can't take a chance that we lose Winded. Winded is a great bad quirk to have. Faithless and Tippler we want to keep, and Soft we want to get rid of. The only good person to lose a quirk on is this guy, so it's a guarantee it's going to be the Cophobe, but it's still good. So he's rolling around with no bad quirks anymore, and he's got 3 really good ones. The only fear I have right now is I'm afraid we're going to end the mission and he's going to get a good quirk and it's going to replace something like Hot to Trot or Unyielding, and I'm going to lose my mind if he does. Because now that he rolled Hot to Trot, he's literally sitting on an A tier or an S tier, an A tier lock, an A tier lock, and then another A tier. So ideally, he you know, if he lost anything, it'd be Armor Tinker, but we know how that stuff works. He's got a lot of good quirks though going for him, so we have a very strong Flagellant right now. I can take this, right? Yeah, I have 7. This is great. Why did he remove stress?
Wealth beyond measure.
Did you see that?
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
He got healed and then he removed stress from it. Does healing over time have a chance of, like... You know, look at that! That's interesting. I don't know what that, like, how that works. Is it because he was on max health and he healed even though he's already on max?
Gains purchase.
Huh.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Man, the surprise is really good here. Really good here. A bleed team. This by the way, this is a preview for what this squad is gonna do on the courtyard. Like what they're gonna do to them. Well, this guy's not gonna be on the squad, but you know, still pretty decent. Like, look at the damage. Just look at this. Like, yeah, it's disgusting. Wow, that guy didn't take almost any bleed. That's surprising. Yep, that's fine. You can't give me the Crimson Curse. I already got it, dude. Nice try. Sure, she's already got it too. Speaking of that, we actually haven't had anybody hit wasting or like, you know, even thirsty, which is kind of surprising. Wow, they're taking, that's a lot of damage. A lot of raw damage. This is when I get to use the ability I was referring to, though. Instead of reclaim this time, now I'm just going to hit for a lot on one target, and then heal back a lot. So you'll get a chance to see what reclaim does here. Not reclaim, but exsanguinate. Stunning him was great there, because that was the only real threat left. We'll remove some stress. Man, that's been very good for us. Now watch this exsanguinate. If it hits, with a heal. Dang. Huge.
The will to fight falters.
All right, is he gonna die from? He's just gonna bleed out. Let's just top off. Awesome. All right, kind of awkward with some of these items, but the crest is an easy slot.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I could just eat the food and take this one emerald. We have already seen, I think that was the third copy of an ebony. Or onyx, I mean. Alright. Eek. I don't like this fight here much at all, honestly. These guys up front are really annoying. They have really high blight resist. So this is a 130% chance to hit. I'm going to go for it, because if I hit it early, yeah. But it does debuff them, so that the next time they get hit by it, so he can just keep puking on them. It's like a lot of damage over the course of the fight. So let's Hound's Harry. See, even if it didn't deal damage, it gave his next bile on them actually like a higher chance of hitting, which represents the most amount of damage over the course of this fight that we could deal. So I'm gonna have him just keep puking on those guys for the whole fight. Yep. Doesn't look like we did a lot, but we set the stage for the next round, which is cool. We're gonna start actually seeing the damage stack. Yep. So she's just dead next fight or next round. And the only thing she didn't matter because we dodged it. That's awesome. Yeah. Ah. I was hoping to dodge that. That's all right. Hit that guy. Get him. Rend the marked. Rend the marked. Yep.
Such a terrible assault
Crit for a
cannot be left
gazillion.
unanswered.
All right. Let's puke on these guys real quick.
Powerful
Crit for
blow.
0. Or crit for 1. That's funny. All right. Now you're gonna see. Oh, and he Crimson Curse Craving at the exact time. You're gonna feel this dude's wrath. Feel his wrath. Punch him in the face. Heal him up. That's so funny. Alright, bleed him. Dealing 5 damage to a character that has 50% protection, so that was a 50 damage hit. I'm sorry, 50, a 10 damage hit that healed him for 10. So if that guy had 0 protection, that would have absolutely wiped the floor with them. Alright, so these guys are just dead, right? 4 and 4 is not quite. I guess I can break through. And that will guarantee the 2 guys die from their status ailments. It's gonna remove the other guy from the fight. Our abomination for the rest of this, but that's okay. This guy's got what, 4? So I guess I could stun him. Let's yop. I'm doing this specifically to buy a little bit more time for our dude here to heal himself. You can see why it's weaker each time he does it. And we heal.
The wounds of
Play with this guy just a little bit here.
Healed,
Remove some stress.
but never hidden.
Just be methodical about this. Cool. Oh, 2. Look at that. 2
Seize
emeralds
this
is nice.
momentum. Push on to the task's end.
We drop the bandage. We leave this treasure chest until we come back. Alright, I need to switch these guys before I forget. Alright. Now, if we're gonna camp and we're gonna lash his Solace here, I think, and remove his 50 stress. I could push it and just put him over the edge and have him be rapturous, but I don't think we need him to be. I really don't think we. Oh, I did not mean to interact with that.
Finding the
Never
stuff
punished.
is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
This guy likes getting hurt by traps, so unfortunately we can't do anything with his stress relief here. Just gonna have to accept that. What are we looking at here? Okay, light-wise. Alright. We don't know what's in this room, so I have to be aggressive with my
A
torches.
blazing star is born.
Alright. Okay. Ignore this. Fight here. A lot of these guys. We've actually somehow managed to kill multiple of these guys and not see any blood from them, which is nuts. Yep. That was bound to happen at some point. These guys have 19 dodge. Yep, stress out the guy who has really high amounts of stress. It's almost like it's built that way. Nice. I'm really not too bothered if this guy hits Rapturous. It's not that big of a deal. I just on principle think it's annoying whenever they focus the guy who has the most stress. Puke on him, sure. Hit him in the back. Bleed him a bit. Yeah. They're probably both gonna spam the thirst for the next like 2 rounds.
How quickly the tide turns.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, we figured that would probably happen at some point. We've been able to dodge it for quite a while here, but that's fine. Not that big of a deal. Wow, he went first. That's really good for us, because these guys just die then. He's not gonna die, but I got him real close here. I guess I can finish him. Yeah. We only got 1 left. He's gonna attack our abomination. Yeah, try to make sure everybody is infected before we leave. All right. Can't quite do what I'd like to do, which is hit him, gain a bunch of health back, but that's okay. All right, remove. There's no reason to do that. That won't do anything here. I guess removing stress. I guess it does heal him for a little. That's a tad. And then we remove stress where possible. The guy dies on his own from bleed. Did not hit the flagellant. That sucks. I will use Adrenaline Rush here. He's going to bleed on his own. I'm going to get this extra buff because we might get to use it. 26% buff. There's the other ruby. Ha!
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
In this case, maybe I use the holy water. I was thinking about using the holy water for the boss fight. All of these items are solid, but like, I don't need any of them. And I can't sleep to take like the ruby or the money. And again, the ruby's not really worth it at this stage anymore. I don't really care about the money. It feels bad leaving it behind. It feels like there's something just implicitly wrong with leaving that much blood behind, but gold, but I don't really care that much about it, honestly. This emerald is already worth more than a stack of gold, right? Right, this is worth 2250, so this is just a better item to keep than like the ruby, and the ruby is better if you get 2 of them, but the odds, we've already seen it pretty low. I think this is like the 2nd mission ever throughout this entire playthrough. We're on like week 63 that I've seen 2 rubies drop in the same mission. It's like no chance of that, but happened this time, but I'm not worried about it. We do have to keep this shovel, and we have to keep the skeleton key for the last room, so that's off the table. We're gonna keep the medicinal herbs to make sure that nobody has any bad resistances for the fight, or any bad debuffs or anything like that. As I said, I might keep the holy water for the boss fight. I don't know. The holy water is the only thing I'm considering. Let's just go. Let's just take the holy water. I meant to say, let's just use the holy water. I don't really care that much about it. It hasn't really mattered that much yet. Now, if we get hit by bleed while people are on death's door, I'm gonna be a little sad, but it is what it is. All right, we're gonna go to this last room. Okay, go to this last room, and then we're gonna camp. All right, I'm gonna like to break through here. I'm gonna break through because I want to try to make sure I kill a dog with Rain of Sorrows immediately. I just want to kill these dogs. I don't want to see any bleed. I don't want to see any of that crap. Just get these guys out of here. All right, and then that's going to make it so that there's only 1 guy in this fight. I might even be able to sneakily stun him. If we get a stun off, that's hilarious. Oh, okay, that's fine. No big deal. Ren's a lot of damage. That's all that does, is just a lot of damage. And bleed, sure. But that's not a big deal. She can offset that pretty easily. You got it. Oh, and act out, remove his stress. Incredible. People say that Crimson Curse is a debuff. My God. We just used it for a buff. His damage is plus 25% right now. He has less stun resist. 25% stun resist, plus 4 speed, plus 15% light resist. His bleed resist went down, but he's already got 110% bleed resist. Oh my God, that guy is just a Chad. He is so loaded. Look at his stats. He has 115% stun resist, 110% bleed resist, 85% blight resist, 83% death blow resist. This dude could literally get hit by a Sherman tank and stand like crazy. Okay, all right, dude, just get stunned. Would you please just get stunned? Skull Toss is just raw damage and stress. That's the kind of thing, like this kind of a mission, he can really hurt you over the course of the fight, but it's just a lot of damage, just this whole thing, just a lot. Not really anything to worry about, just a solid amount of honest, raw damage. We're going to heal here in a second, so I don't really care about this. We're about to sleep. He's just going to bleed out, I don't care. Remove stress, I guess. It doesn't matter. He's going to die anyways from his own bleed. Remove stress, I guess. Just this guy will not remove the stress. Everybody gets to go before he does, my god.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Just a random rare item drop. Just a casual, really good item. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I might just drop the medicinal herbs and take this item. We already have this item, but the thing about it is it's just such a strong item that like having a second one, if we ever have a situation where am I ever going to need a second arbalist item? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like an unnecessary include here. This might actually be the right time to just start using food. But what am I doing? We're about to camp. That's okay, I only used 2 and he's already low. That's fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. Losing 2 medicinal herbs isn't that big a deal, considering how much we're getting out of that. That item is really expensive. Even if we don't use it, we can still sell it for value here. All right, this is the last. This is it. So we camp here. We set up for a real fight here. I'm gonna be really quick. I'm gonna run to the restroom real fast. I'll be here. So in efforts to not put all my eggs in one basket, as I said before, my goal here when we sleep is going to be to make sure that we have as many people possible that can deal as much damage as possible in as many slots as possible. So I'm going to try to mix buffs, camping buffs, across people. I don't want to put all of it on one person because I don't want to take a chance that they get taken immediately. That's usually a pretty bad idea. So here we will camp.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won. I'm
not using Feast to remove stress because this guy has Lash of Solus. Remember not to do that because you're setting yourself up for an unnecessary amount of wasted food here. All right, well, disgusting. She didn't want any blood, I guess. That's fine. She was craving. I should have given her blood first. That's okay. I'll give her the blood now because this is going to give her a damage steroid in a fight. It's a little unfortunate I did that backwards. I should have noticed that she was low and thirsty, but that's okay. Here I can go ahead and remove it. I can do Lash of Solus and remove that stress. I can also do something like, I guess I don't have Lash's Kiss. No, not Lash's Kiss. The other one, the one that actually puts him over the edge. I thought about that, maybe just making him intentionally rapturous for the fight, but that's fine. We'll remove his stress. After that, we don't want to get surprised. That's the only thing that could go wrong here. Right before a boss fight, you don't want to take a chance of that. You have to kind of eat your vegetables there. All right, so here we could do a few things here. I could give Battle Trance here. I could give Sharpened Spear. I could also do something like Psych Up or the Quickening. I can't do both, unfortunately. That is just kind of the way the things fell. I could also just say, the heck with it, not give anybody any buffs, and then just give everybody their Therapy Dog, remove the remaining stress, and make stress no longer a factor for the rest of the mission. At which point, then I'd have to figure out what I'm going to do. Actually, that's probably okay. It's not exciting by any stretch. I don't know. Extra crit is insane, though. 10% crit is absurd. Extra speed is whatever. I don't really care about that. Extra damage for the next 4 battles is kind of crazy. He's level 4. She's going to do so much damage to her, but she's not hitting her. It's just going to be if it bleeds damage. All right, who does more damage overall? He does, right? Because he's just going to switch forms and immediately start ramming her and critting for 10%, and then raw damage is going to be crazy. But if he gets put in a pot, that feels really bad. I think I go Sharpened Spear on her. It represents less damage, but it makes sure that I'm not relying too heavily on just our Abomination. And then after that, I was thinking about just wound carrying her, which is not exciting by any stretch, but it makes sure that she doesn't... Because remember, she just got hit for a bunch of food, or a bunch of damage off of a mistake on my end. 4 health is 4 health, so we'll take it. All right, go to sleep. Let's go. All right, we got 2 big buff damage effects. That's good, too.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Yeah, these Bloodlust triggered the exact right time. Hopefully, we get to keep it. Oh, well, we'll get that on the way back. Please don't lose your Bloodlust right before the fight here, Flagellant. Awesome. All right, we'll use this torch. I guess we'll use it in the fight. There's no reason to rush it now. Let's do this. All right. Hopefully we get to go before she does. Oh, we did.
Testament to the powers of corruption.
Bleed her out. Oh, 21 crit to start. We love it. All right. Hound Terrier. We haven't missed yet, which is incredible too. What's her stun chance? Yeah, we said it was really bad. Okay, so here I go ahead and switch forms. This is why we brought him, and then we rage her for a lot. Who are you gonna take? That's fine. That's fine. And we can basically ignore that. Like I said before, that's what I usually do. I just ignore it and then just kill her. He's taking 2 damage around, but whatever. Meat tenderizer, whatever you're gonna do, I don't care. Sure. Just kill her. Just kill her. That's what I do against this girl. I just basically say, I'm just gonna out damage you. I don't care. Yep, he's burning. I don't care. Whatever. Enjoy your time in the bath, dude. We're just gonna kill her real quick.
Time to perform beyond one's limits.
Yep. All right, she's just dead. Takes the stew. This is what I mean. Like, people really like worry about her and think that you have to deal with the pot. Like, no, just kill her. It turns out if she's dead, she can't burn you. Right? She just dies like this.
Leave her corpse to rot, consumed by the spores she spawned.
All right, we leave these 2 items. I don't care about a Jester Die and a Movestone. This is what I'm talking about. You can basically just ignore that, right? Don't. When you're against the hack, don't overestimate just the power that you can deal if you just bring 4 damage dealers. Just say, okay, we're gonna let one dude just burn, and then everybody else dogpile her. It's like you only have so much space in the pot. How are you gonna kill all of us when your pot's full, right? The other 4 are just gonna eat you. All right, we continue adventuring and finish this mission off. The only downside now is, can we get back before we run out of blood? They could also just start fighting guys that have blood. We don't have any food, but I could do this. Try to get an extra blood here. I'm gonna do this. These guys still have their random bonuses, don't they? Interesting. I'm gonna switch forms immediately and just start beating them. Just start beating them. Yep. That's fine. Just start beating them. Yeah, dodge sucks here. It is what it is. I love Hound Terrier so much. I love that ability. It's one of my favorites. Alright, if it wasn't obvious here. Switch forms, heal up a bit. And this is probably when we start raking people.
Masterfully executed.
Give it the old rake and shake. Alright, cool. Just gonna die from the bleed. Awesome. Yep. The Raging Sight, that's fine. We don't really care about the stress that you're gonna be dealing. You don't really matter that much. Fight's over. The mission's, like, completed, basically. Okay, that's a lot of crit, but sure. Remember, we have quite a few ways to heal, so we don't really care that much. Alright, this guy is not quite dead. We need to make sure he dies, because we can't take a chance that he has the elusive exit ability trigger. Alright, great.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
So we're pretty well locked in on keeping everything except for this food. I guess we could drop the torches.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Yeah, I can see doing that. To just heal some people up here. I want to keep enough food that I can get hunger checked twice. Heck, maybe even 3 times. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we still have another fight left. Did we even go there? We could skip it. Could. I don't care about the Baron's Invitation that much. We've got enough of those. As I said before, we don't really care about that. We have what? 1 chest left that we for sure are gonna see, so we need to make sure we keep 1 of these, otherwise we're okay. Great.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
So I guess here, I can just say to heck with it going against that last fight, and I can just drop the torches and then just not worry about, you know, if we get into a crit, you know, dangerous fight, so be it. But I can drop the shovels here. If I do this, if I drop the shovels and the torches, I'm locking in the idea that I'm not going down this hallway, which is fine. Because we've already got a lot of good items anyways. We're walking out of here with a lot. We were already in a bad spot, right? Because when we go open that chest, what are we dropping anyway? Right? We're dropping the food, we're dropping the skeleton key, and then we'll probably end up losing 1 of our blood. We'll probably end up using this blood before the mission's over. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just go finish this off. The only concern I have is somebody becoming, you know, somebody hit wasting. That would suck right here. But, I mean, I'm not taking 50 gold, so gold is not something I have space for. And this mission went really well. I mean, I kind of expected that because, again, the mini game with the hag is just, you know, she just steals your guide. Your thought process is no. Like, and it's so funny. I've talked to some people about this mission before, and some people will say, "Don't forget, you know, the hag will take your guy, right? And then you got to make sure you knock him out of the pot." I'm like, yeah, but like again, like I think that's one of the things about this game that it tries to teach you is think about what your normal preconceived notions are about, like what you're thinking is like, oh, they just stole my guy. I have to stop her. I have to stop it. It's like, or you can just say, okay, you got him now. Now what? Now what? Just like using his armor. Just say, okay, that's your whole gimmick. I'm just gonna not care. What are you gonna do now? All right, so we get 1 more key.
A fortune.
Okay.
Waiting to be spent.
Now here is a hard choice. Because now I'm at a stage where I know this key is being used, for sure. The blood has to stay with us, so I just can't take a chance that somebody gets hit by a wasting or something like that. Although, actually, we would probably make it. But I need to take the blood. I mean... Wow. Okay, here's the problem. We're probably going to have to drop this gold anyway. These, like, at least a few of these for some trapezahedron. So the things we're taking home for sure are the following. Like these 4 in the bottom right-hand corner, because this is worth more than gold already. We're taking this home, we're taking this home. I guess I should probably put the emeralds at the end so I don't get confused as to where they belong. So this bottom row is untouchable. The top row, we're gonna use this skeleton key. It's gonna be gone, and we're gonna have a spot for trapezahedron. After that, I don't know how much a rare item sells for. A rare trinket sells for $22.50. Yeah. So it's worth more than a stack of gold. That's one of the reasons I was talking about just picking it up, because even if we didn't use it, it's just worth more money. Uncommon ones are the ones that aren't worth a stack of gold. So you always pick up rare items when you can. The uncommon ones are worth less than gold in a full stack. All right, the portrait I want to keep too. So here, what's probably going to happen is we're going to lose the skeleton key, we're going to lose the blood, we're going to lose this food to hunger checks and elsewise. The question is, do I value these stacks of gold more than I value the other things? And the answer is no. I would much rather have random signets and deeds than gold at this stage. We're at a stage of the game where I need those more. I am going to take a second to sneak into this hallway and immediately unlock this trap, though, even though we're not going to go down that hallway. There's just no reason to go that way. We used up our treasure, or our shovel anyway. We actually are priced into not doing it now. But this will remove some stress from this guy. And again, remember, if we're going to use this guy in the next mission, we want to make sure... Because we're going to have to immediately go do the Crimson Curse Courtyard immediately after this. Like, that's where we're headed immediately after that. We don't have the shovel to deal with this, but I guess we can still interact with it. It's just probably not going to end up with anything good. I can't take a chance he gets a good quirk off of this, so we're going to ignore that. I can use him. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Hunger check is expected. Alright. We've been very fortunate with the blood here. We haven't really had need to consume any of it. Like, I think I brought 3 or 4 this mission, or 2. Okay, she just triggered it. Nobody's wasting though, which is great. We are unfortunately going to go home without any blood, which means that we are 1010% going to the Crimson Courtyard in this next fight. This enemy just spawned to this end of this hallway. It won't matter, we're not going to go that far, but... I'm just thinking about whether or not I want to do this fight here to try to get a cheeky little additional blood. I'm going to. I want the blood. If I can find blood, I'm gonna try to get it anytime and every time I can. We really need it right now. Sure. Dodge is clean. All right, we need the blood where we can get it. So, what a great time to crit. He's just out of the fight. He can't. Like, that was really the only risk in this fight, was that guy elusive exiting, bringing in a bunch of random things and just completely ruining the fight for us. But she just completely trivialized it. All right, let's start raking him. Sounds hairy. Wow, that's a lot of dodges. All right. Cool. Cool beans. That went well. Yep. Only guy that doesn't have the Crimson Curse, huh? All right, rake him. A lot of damage. So much damage. That's fine. A lot, but it's fine. Red heals. You got it. Get out of here. Please die. Thank you. All right. And that guy should just bleed out, right? Oh, he's not gonna bleed out. Bleed out, please. All right, blood. All right, an extra blood's good. Oh, look, just an extra.
Victory.
Oops.
But a victory nonetheless.
Hold on, what just I just do? I took the okay. The extra emerald for our troubles is kind of nice, but we can't take the money because again, so all of these deed stacks. I mean, it's not a perfect stack, but this money's just not worth as much now at this stage. Wow. Now I'm kind of in another pickle if you're not seeing it. When I go in this room, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the blood, right? Because this is the obvious switch right here. Where do I put the last one? You can say I guess the emerald, right? The emerald. What's this money-wise? That's 3K. I mean, I'm not dropping 3K for 3,500 gold. I'm gonna pick another item to drop. It's probably at this stage. It's either the crest or the deed. This is just too much money. Like, these are too much money to just drop. I could drop the portraits. They don't represent a full stack, but they represent more of a full stack than the deeds do, and the same way as the crests. And we're already walking out with a lot of crests. Crests are something you get a lot of. Deeds are pretty rare, although it looks like we got a lot of deeds this time. Somehow we walked out here without any busts, which is funny. I think that's actually built into the game, and it's not something I've ever really dove too much into. I think every location in the game has certain items that are more likely to be found, and I just never really looked too much into it. So we haven't found any busts on this mission, but we found a lot of deeds, and we found a lot of crests. I would venture a guess that certain things are found more on certain levels, but I've never looked into it. Healing doesn't matter, we're just gone after this, so... I think this is a switch for the... Oh, what? Whoa! 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 I'm done. Let's go. Crest could stack. Pays to not pay attention until late, right? All right, look at the crest and the deeds on that mission. We walked out of there with 20,000 gold, a random item we don't really care about that we now have 2 of, and we can go in there and have a fun mission. Maybe we'll go in there with some double Vestal squad, just heal people out of the game. Heal our guys so much that the enemy just gives up. All right, okay, so he hit level 5 like we expected. Oh no, he hit level 5, what the heck? Oh no, Drew hit level 5. I thought we literally did the math and he didn't. Second wind, scattering. Okay, those aren't good. We'll kind of want to get rid of those. Drew hitting level 5 was not good. It's okay. We had 2 other guys hit level 4, so we're still fine. But I kind of wanted to bring him against to the Crimson Courtyard because I think he'd be good there. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
We're still fine. Let's get rid of our team here and let's. Oh man, I really love to get this restraining padlock. I want that so much. I don't even know why I'm looking at what items are available out of here. I'm just basically torturing myself because we can't go get them. What is this? Raider's Talisman, Grave Robber only, plus 30%. 5% crit, 30% trap disarm chance, 15% scouting chance, plus 2 speed. This is insane. There's so many items out here I want. This would be the obvious go-to for this mission if I could. What? What? I would roll with this on her every mission from now until the end of the game. What? Are these 2 sunshines in the thicket? That's funny. It's not what we need now. Bringing 12 pounder. All right, let's go look real quick here. All right, we're at the 3-hour mark. All right, I'm gonna stop, but I'm gonna come back in probably 15 or so minutes. I'm not actually like in a hurry to like quit. I'm just gonna take a break because I want to eat, kind of relax for a little bit, but I'm not going to leave or go do anything. I think in the previous episodes, sometimes I'll say I'm going to take off, go do something, maybe I'll be gone for an hour and come back, but in this case, I'm literally just going to take a break, walk around for a little bit, and this will kind of like separate my episodes. I don't want this episode to go like 4.5 hours long. I'd kind of like to break it into a 3-hour and another 3-hour. Most of my episodes are usually about 3 hours long. I kind of want to keep it about consistent. This is a good place to stop. So I'm going to stop here. Think about what team I'm going to bring in, come back to the next episode, kind of already having a plan. And I think, as I said, I think my plan is, unfortunately, as much as I want this item, I think we're going to go beat this guy right now. I want to go and beat that crocodilian. And I need some time to think about what comp I'm going to bring. I mean, there's a non-zero chance I do go. A non-zero chance I do go to this mission right now. Do this Raider's Talisman thing. But I don't want to because the reality is we don't have an infinite list of guys that I can keep bringing here, and now we're leveling guys out. We've got a level 3 and we've got 3 level 4s. We're kind of priced in now. Drew's over leveled. Man, we really are going to have to go in there without. We're going to have to bring Ebel. I don't even have a choice at the stage unless there's like another level 3 that we find over here in the stagecoach. Well, that's kind of funny. Clutch hitter's good. Fading is terrible, like one of the worst. Clumsy's terrible. Soft is terrible. Well, these are nowhere near as terrible as Fading, but these are all bad. Fading's bad. This is a bad character. All right, I'll look at all this in a minute, but I'm going to take a break here, so I'm going to do my outro, and then after that I'll come back in a little bit for those of you that are watching the VODs. For those of you that are watching on the, I guess you'll never see this conversation if you're watching on the highlights, if this makes it to highlights. So, okay, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. So this was a good episode. We had quite a bit of leveling, and we're setting up perfectly for that crocodilian, so I look forward to that in the next mission. That is what we will be doing. I believe that will be the very next thing we do, is go fight the crocodilian immediately. So if you're looking forward to that, that'll happen probably about 30 minutes to an hour. So thanks for your time. Until next time, I'm the Blue Titan, and take it easy. Bye.